Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tune in every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Cris Style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? You're tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast, episode 247. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Whatever you're doing, you're at home, you're at work. We appreciate y'all tapping into the live stream. You're listening on the playback. We appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comment section. Well, Chiefs Kingdom, thought we was going to come in here and celebrate a victory and get ready for the Lions, but these dudes and dropped the ball, man. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. You know, just these losses are very frustrating. And, man, they're frustrating. But we're going to talk about it. We also got some special guests coming on. I know Mar got his boy C. Hen coming on. Join us. What's it called? The rap?
Yeah, the sports rap podcast.
Rap podcast. And then I reached out to a guy named Will Rock from the Rocked On Lions podcast. So yeah, they'll be joining us a little bit later to talk about Lions and Chiefs because we got another big matchup on Sunday Night Football, and hopefully we can wash this out of our brain. But before we do that, Mar, how you doing, man? You all right, man?
Personally, I'm okay. Fandomly, I'm still pissed the hell off. But hey, man, it is what it is. Always a blessing to see another day. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. Man, how are you, my brother?
I'm straight, but I just hate losses like this.
Self-inflicted losses. Yes, I know.
It's one thing get your ass kicked. It's like, all right,
yeah. And it's another thing that kind of blow a 14-point lead.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Because, like you said, the Chiefs, we lost 31-28 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and in the first quarter, first half, I would say most of the first half, I would say that the Chiefs pretty much handled this game. They were doing what they want, especially on offense. Defense was playing pretty solid. I feel like the one touchdown drive that they did get, the first one, there was some questionable calls in that drive, and there was a potential interception. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. That somebody prevented somebody else from getting.
Oh Lord.
But for the most part, the offense was rolling. Outside of the pick six that happened in the second half. It was the second quarter, right? That happened, right? Third quarter, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we come out in the half, we stall out, and that's another thing that I want the Chiefs to fix is when they come out of the half, have some plays ready that they can march down the field. I'm sick and tired of them coming out of the half. What's the point of deferring if every time we get the ball at the half, we don't do nothing with it?
Do not a damn thing with it.
It's like you might as well just get the ball first. But yeah,
it's just half and punt.
Yeah, it's like what? Like, come on, man. But all in all, it was just bad, undisciplined play. Special teams was horrible in this game.
Oh my goodness!
Like, get John. I keep saying, get Cochran off this damn team. I'm cool with Cochran, man. I'm good with him off this. I've been telling y'all to get this man off my team. Where is Cooper McDonald? Put Cooper McDonald out there. This man was consistently holding, putting the Chiefs in bad predictions. Messed up a 62-yard kickoff return from Brashard Smith.
Yeah, good return. Gone.
And it was just bad, undisciplined football all around. Drew Tranquil, I don't know what you was out there doing, man. You was just in the way.
He was in the way.
He was, man. He was just in the way, just doing like. And then on the second touchdown drive, like Nick Bolton had an interception right in his hands.
Get the hell out the way.
And you go and you want to go grab at it. Like, for what?
Get your ass out the way.
Like, why do you need to grab at it? Man, at least y'all was in the game.
Hey, shout out to the Lightning Strike Chargers podcast.
Hey, man, what's up, brothers, man? Hey, y'all got a pass rusher, though.
Yeah, y'all had us on their show week 1. That was a dope time. You know,
teams was awful. Yes, F.
Yeah.
Dave Tote, F. Harrison Buckner, come here, man.
F.
Let me talk to you for a second, man.
Oh, you gotta talk to him real quick. All right, let's go.
You was doing good. You was kicking them right up the uprights. You was not missing your kick. You were doing good. But you had to wait until the last drive of the Jaguars to do some dumb shit.
It mattered the most.
What were you trying to do? Were you trying to hit it in the strike zone them so it can bounce into the end zone so they can get them at the 20? Like, just kick it to him.
He kicked it right out of the bounds, bro.
Like, just kick it to the returner. Let him return it. Run some clock off. At worst, maybe they return it back or return a big game. But I'd take my chances with them just getting stopped at least at the 30.
But they starting at the 40, dog. No, it went out of bounds at like the 15-yard line. It wasn't even nowhere close to getting to that wherever the hell he was trying to do him, bro. I saw that.
And look, and it makes me more mad about this game because Jacksonville was doing everything they could to lose this game.
Everything.
You know how many delay of games Trevor Lawrence had?
Bruh.
Like,
they kept running the play clock down to nothing.
And then Spags, it took you way too long for you to put a spy on Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my God. Oh my!
It took you way too long to decide. Hey, you know what?
Hey, 2 touchdowns and almost 150 yards later. I guess I'm a spy.
Because they did good against Travis Etienne
and Tootin. Yeah, they did their job.
They did a real good job against them. They even did relatively pretty good. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr., he's a talented guy, and Travis Hunter made an amazing catch. But on both of those catches, the one from Travis Hunter, Shamar Connor, what you doing, man? Get your damn head around, man, and you just turn around.
Turn around, and you right there. He was in the right spot. Just turn around.
Turn around. And
Jalen Watson jumped hella early on that one.
He did jump hella early. If he just stays the course, because he's a taller corner. So he's what, 6'2", 6'3". So you ain't gotta do all that jumping, man. You could just run stride for stride with him, put your hands up, and you would have knocked it down probably.
And you there.
And I blame Shamari Connor on that play too, because he got over late to help out.
He was way too late.
And then on the last play, on that one play to the end zone, not the last play, but the play before the last play. Spags, why do you consistently putting Shamari Connor in the slot, man? Why is Noah Williams only getting 4 snaps?
That was malpractice, bro. Hey, the whole kingdom on Twitter went crazy on that shit when he saw the snap counts come out today.
Noah Williams getting 4 snaps after my man been balling the past 3 weeks.
Dog, come on, man.
And you only put him 4 snaps, and to come to find out, I'm scared to say this, Chiefs Kingdom, but I think they put him out there because he's from Jacksonville.
I don't give a damn about that Homer shit, bro.
And they was trying to get the hometown kid all the love.
For
no
100% of the snaps, though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
100% of the defensive snaps for Shamari Connor. It's crazy. I don't give a damn. He from Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Miami, Dayton. I don't give a damn what part of Florida you from. If you ain't helping to stop the defense, sit your ass on the pine. Come on, man.
They just do mind-boggling stuff over there. And I love, I think Spags is a genius. I think Andy Reid is a genius, but sometimes their ego and their stubbornness get in their way. And we get results like this. And look, I know people are talking about we need a running back. I actually think the running game, regardless of, it wasn't like, it wasn't pretty. No, Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco didn't run for 150 yards. And yes, Patrick Mahomes led the team with rushing, but it wasn't in a way of because the running game was bad. It was because he just was making smart decisions with the football, just running when he needed to. I thought the running game was efficient. I thought the running game needed to do what it needed to do. Isaiah Pacheco looked like Isaiah Pacheco yesterday for once.
Oh.
So I'm not really too concerned. If the running game could continue to climb up and they're getting Prasad Smith more involved into the game plan, you see. So if we do a 3-headed monster, they're probably going to – New England used to do this all the time. They never had like 1,000-yard rusher like that. Not, in the later years. It was James White was your catching out the backfield guy. You had LeGarrette Blount or Shoney Michel or whoever running between the tackles. And then they'll have somebody else running the football.
So you can't even name a featured running back. I mean, Lawrence Maroney, Corey Dillon at one point, they were sharing carries. I mean, they just always had running back by committee, but each running back had a specific job to do to help the offense get going.
Exactly. So, and I think that's what the Chiefs are incorporating because, look, let's be real. They want to push the ball down the field, and they did that. Tyquan Thornton had another good game. Three catches for 90 yards. Did his thing. Travis Kelce had a solid game. Outside of that one drop he had with the Travis Hunter thing, I think he still could have caught that. But outside of that, he had a touchdown. He had 61 yards. That's what you ask for Travis Kelce in his career right now. That's a good day. That is a good day. Yeah. And I'm not mad at in the offense for all in all outside of that pick that Mahomes, and I just think sometimes you just get got. Shout out to Devin Lloyd.
He's one of Devin Lloyd.
Huh?
That was a great play by Devin Lloyd.
He just hid he hid in his cum and then he popped out. Hey, peekaboo, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And took it 90-some yards down the field.
99
for the touchdown. So I can't get too mad at that. I thought the offense was played pretty well. Defensively, they got to get this pass rush fixed, man.
Man, we've been talking about it all season.
It can't be just Chris Jones. And I know a lot of people are on Chris Jones' neck. But Chris Jones, he was getting pressure, but he's getting double teamed. And we got to be real about Chris Jones. He's getting older, man. You can see it. He getting more gassed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dogged it on that last play, and there's no excuse for that. That just looked like a man that was tired.
That's tired, boss.
That looked like a man who was tired.
That's tired.
Like I said, there's no excuse for that. You are a big game hunter. You should be out there. If you had just showed a little bit of effort, that play might not have happened like that. And I'm still, for the life of me, don't understand how y'all let Trevor Lawrence trip over his damn lineman, trip again,
get up,
and then run into the end zone. I still, for the life of me, don't understand how y'all let that man do that.
Hey, was that worse than the Andrew Luck joint?
Oh, that was way well. No, because the one was in the playoffs and one was.
But I mean, no, not situation. I'm talking about play wise.
Yeah, it's worse.
Okay, because obviously situation wise, that Andrew Luck.
Because all in all, we've had that situation because we had the Andrew Luck and the Marcus Mariota. Both of them were Darrelle Reeves. He smacked it back to him. But wasn't a bounce back to him. But this is worse because he was clumsy, tripped over his lineman, tripped over his own feet, got up, called his girlfriend.
y'all got
plans for the club, and then ran in the end zone.
Hey, bro, y'all let the boogie monster get y'all. I mean, that man was knuckle deep digging for gold in his nose, and now let that dude get y'all. Y'all let that shit sink in real quick. Hey, that man was almost to his elbow looking for boogers, and y'all let that guy get y'all.
I don't. This team is so frustrating because, and I just knew when Buckner kicked that ball out of bounds, I just knew we was gonna lose.
Bruh, I said the same thing to wifey. I said, "Oh."
When he kicked it out of bounds, I said, "What is you doing, Buckner? Just kick it to the man.
Kick it at him. Just kick it at him."
Oh,
Lord. All this could be avoided.
Like these are the losses that I hate the most, y'all, because these could be avoided.
Mm-hmm.
This is just undisciplined. It's one thing, like you get out schemed, you get out coached. Like the Super Bowl, that was just out schemed, out coached.
But yeah,
that's
something different.
That was just belt to ass for just the whole game. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
Mm-hmm.
But even the first week 1, Chargers had a fishing game plan. They caught us with our pants down. They beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we were still one play away of possibly getting the ball back and winning the game, they beat us.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Eagles. I know Travis Kelce dropped that pass, but at the end of the day, they capitalized. They beat us.
Yeah.
But yesterday, that was just the Chiefs. And we're so used to the Chiefs not making those type of mistakes, not making those type of games like that. Or if we do make it a game like that, we're used to making the play when we need to make the play. Somebody steps up, gets an interception or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like this year we're getting these 1-score games and we're making the bad decisions.
Mm. Hey, you know what? See, can I be honest, man? Red zone woes and special teams. Well, to rebuttal that, Mark, I mean, you look at the 3 touchdowns in the red zone, one by Mahomes on the option, and then Kareem gets in the end zone twice. And I get it. One of them was aided by the interception, so they had a short field. But still, I just think it's like, do you think it's fatigue? I mean, they've been playing a lot of football deep into the season for the last 8 years.
I don't like to get that excuse. I know a lot of people like to get that excuse. So, look, I've never played professional sports like that before in my life, so I wouldn't know how much of a fatigue that makes you. You're consistently year in, year out playing till February, or at least late January. That could take a toll on you. But I just think there's other factors that's kind of catching up to the Chiefs. Some of the decisions they've made personnel-wise. Loyalty, you know what I'm saying, to certain players. Like I've expressed this respectfully. Yeah. I wouldn't have paid George Karlaftis. I would have paid Trent McDuffie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I think Spags is as great of a head coach or great as a defensive coach he is. The type of defensive end that he likes is no longer in this league anymore because these quarterbacks are getting faster. You saw last night.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to get a guy like that, he better be damn good. Like George Karlaftis, he has one move. And you see it consistently. He bull rushes up the field and the quarterback just steps up and runs away from him. And he tries to work his way back to get a sack.
And it don't work every time.
It don't. Because he don't have no other move. What was the point of you going over to Tom Ali and learning all these hand moves and you don't use them?
Because Tama can get to the quarterback, dog.
Exactly.
And if I'm correct, I think he leads our franchise in sacks.
He does. I think he does. No, or is it Derek? Is it Derek Thomas?
I think it might be Tamba.
It might be Tamba.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, it might be Tamba. But yeah, I don't. I don't get some of the there have been some decisions that they've made. And then even personnel wise, which like I think Shamari Connor is a good box safety, but they just can like Spags continuously just wants to put him. And this isn't the first time that Spags has had this issue with a safety in coverage.
Yeah. By the way, it is Derek Thomas. You're right.
Okay. And then Daniel Sorensen, he used to have an issue with him. For whatever reason, he did not want to play Juan Thornhill.
I remember that.
Like Juan Thornhill would always be Daniel Sorensen's back. Oh, because he's smart and he knows what to be. Well, what's the point of knowing where you be when you can't get there?
Can't get there. I know how to get there, but can you?
And it's like you can't continuously keep putting guys out there that's not capable of executing the game plan that you want. You got to put the right people out there. We trying to win football games. Yes, Mark consistently gets there late, or he just gets beat, and then he's playing recovery. And what do DBs do when they try to recover and they catch up to the receiver? They start grabbing, holding, they tackle them because they panicking. That's what happened on that one play to Brian Thomas. And if you gonna play Shamari Connor like that, why you don't have a safety or something over the top?
Help him.
There should have been no reason why Brian Thomas Jr. shouldn't have a safety over the top of his head.
That's your number one receiver, bro. Like you said, the stubbornness and the ego. Like this is football 101. If we're analysts and never made it to that level, like we're content creators. And we figured out the problem to your or the solution to your problem. You can't tell me a guy like Spags who has all this, football knowledge. He's probably forgotten more than we know. Same with Andy. Ain't no way y'all can tell me I got all this long history of coaching and get paid handsomely, and y'all can't just keep it simple.
But
stick to the basics.
It's hard to tell guys like that who have had so much success. They feel like they know it all. They feel like their way is going to work, and they're going to put a square peg in a round hole. And it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here saying Spags should be gone. I don't think Spags is a bad quarterback. He's one of the best in the league, if not the best.
No, we're just we're giving constructive criticism.
And look, I know how hard it is to construct a roster when you're consistently picking down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about all these other organizations. And look, Ravens, they do good at picking their roster. They do. But let's not act like their wide receivers are world beater. Like Zay Flowers is good. He ain't like top 10, top 5. He good.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mark Andrews, he was one of the better tight ends at one time. He's getting older now. Likely looks like he could be one of those ones, but he has injury problems.
Yeah.
And then their defensive line, outside of Justin Anabike, all the rest of their defensive linemen haven't really panned out. They haven't had a great pass rusher since Suggs.
And that's been a minute.
Yeah. So, and then they're trying to rotate, corners. One thing you can give Veach know how to draft corners. It's just, getting pass rush. And it's hard to get a great pass rusher when you're picking at 32.
I hear you. But I mean, there's other options. I mean, and I get what you're saying. But the draft ain't the only place where you're supposed to build your team. And to be honest, when it comes to roster building, it should be a 24/7, evolution. You can't just that your roster is fine yesterday when it might not be tomorrow. So, and to Veach's credit, he's done a lot more hits than missing. So he's not gonna hit everything. And I'm not expecting him to. No. But like you said, hey, Now you got to question giving Karlaftis the money. All right, you just got to. All right, you got to question letting Mike Purnell walk out the door and bringing back Derek Nottie, because what has Derek Nottie done since he brought his ass back?
Nothing.
All right, you got to question those calls. You got to question those decisions. I mean, that's just, hey, like I said, we're fans, we're content creators. I ain't gonna never sit here act like I'm an expert. Neither will C. But come on, like. Hey, my
Ashton Delati didn't have a good game yesterday.
No, he missed some open tackles. He did. He got out of position a couple of times.
Jerry Tillery did not have a good game yesterday. Nick Bowden balled out. Leo Chenal did his thing. Drew, man.
Now, you had a solid game besides getting in the damn way. It was solid. He had a couple of pass breakups that was, necessary. Don't do that, dog. I don't look like you eating on the lemon head, dog. Don't do that.
No, he was all right. He's all right. He was all right. But still, he got a. Yes, the offensive line was great.
Dog.
My man Mahomes had more times than I've seen in a long time. I ain't seen Mahomes have that much time in the pocket. I don't know when. I can't even tell you. Maybe when Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz tackles, but even then, Eric Fisher had his moments. So
not that amount of time. That man was over there collecting dues, dog.
Yeah, he was in there calling Brittany, making sure the kids is all right, checking on the Adidas deals, State Farm. Verizon. I think he had Verizon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can you hear me now?
He's checking all the brand deals and stuff, making sure Royals is gonna make some moves in the off season. Like,
hey, he checked in on the Kansas City Current. He's like,
hey, how they doing? How they looking? You know what I'm saying? Then he threw the ball down the field. So, like I said, the offense was not the problem. And when Rashee Rice get back, it's gonna be fireworks again.
My only pushback on the offense, and you kind of said it earlier. Hey, man, how many times are we going to have Pacheco averaging 4.5, almost 5 yards a carry, and he only gotten 7 totes? Yeah. Hey, we can't keep doing this, man.
I do agree with that.
We can't keep doing.
He had one of his better games yesterday. Like, that was the best Pacheco I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, Kareem, he's averaging 7 yards a carry last night. Like, come on, bro. Like, we like, I'm not expecting it to look like miraculous, like it's Derrick Henry. I'm not expecting that. But when I got two guys who's averaging 7 yards and 5.1 yards a carry, and between them it's 14 totes. Like, come on now. Like, help the squad out. Because obviously the offensive line said, all right, we're going to do our job tonight, which they did. Shout out to our rookie left tackle, had his flu game, balled out. I mean, Kingsley had the one penalty. Creed, Trey, balled. Like you said, Juwan, we've been on his head all season. And matter of fact, the last couple of games, he's actually been pretty damn.
And the one penalty that he did get, that wasn't his fault, y'all.
One on him.
That was Thornton. Thornton was lined up wrong.
Got to line up properly. Yeah, that's on Thornton. So,
but it's just one of those things where you like
74.
You're guilty. You're guilty because of who you are. Oh, 74 was off. Get him. But in reality, it was really Taekwon. He was off. He was lined up wrong.
Like, bruh.
But yeah, it was just sloppy, undisciplined play. And the Chiefs, they can't shoot themselves in the foot like this. Especially right now. And I want to talk about this because there is still silver lining for the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
This AFC is weak, man. Weak. Look, you see what the Ravens are going through right now? They trading players away today.
Yeah.
Traded right to the Chargers. Buffalo, they got flaws. Chargers is falling apart.
Man, right in front of our eyes.
They just lost Amari Hampton for a month.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna run the ball in LA. I don't know who's running the ball.
Flacco just got traded to the Bengals.
So that tells you exactly where they at.
That they trust Flacco behind that offensive line like it's gonna get better. You would think they go get an athletic quarterback who could actually run like a Trey Lance or somebody, but no, I want to get the 40-year-old statue to get blocked by this offensive line and think it's going to get better. Okay, sure. The Colts, they look good, but is Daniel Jones for real? We just played Jacksonville. We know we better than Jacksonville.
Man. And I think, can I be honest, dog? See, I kind of think that they kind of did had the same kind of in the game. They had the mindset I did, because I was going into this game. I'm like, man, 3-1 Jags, they fraudulent.
They still fraudulent.
They ain't beat nobody, and they let them hang in the game and get it from them. So I got it.
But when you shoot yourself in the foot 20 times,
yeah.
You gonna give them the win on the silver platter.
I hear you.
But the AFC is weak, man.
It is.
There is no scary team in the AFC right now.
Nah.
Be blessed that we ain't playing in the NFC right now.
Hey, low key, the NFC is almost like. Is it fair to say for the last 2 or 3 years, it was like the AFC had the more powered teams, and then the NFC was kind of, maybe you had the Eagles and the Niners when they healthy. It's like, oh, wait, those are two teams you really got to watch out for. Detroit started coming up, but now it's kind of
the AFC was the gauntlet because of all the quarterbacks. You had Mahomes at the top. Then you had Josh Allen, Lamar, however you flip it, Joe Burrows. You could even throw Justin Herbert in on the next tier, and Trevor Lawrence, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a gauntlet of quarterbacks in this crop that you had to go through. Whereas on the other side, you had Jalen Hurts,
Jared Goff. And whoever was upright for the 49ers.
Brock Purdy.
I ain't ready to go in on it.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay, there you go.
That's what I'm saying. Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this year it looks like the NFC, and it's not even so much the quarterbacks. I just think they got the better teams on the NFC side.
Mm-hmm.
They're healthier too on that side, for the most part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of injuries in the AFC this year.
Yeah. Whole bunch of them.
And Xavier, what were you doing on the plane, man? Y'all playing tackle football on the plane?
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
You hurt your ankle doing them dances with Juju and them? I saw that on the report. He did swelling on his ankle. I'm like, what?
Where did that come from?
How did you get hurt on the plane?
I had to do the last minute Hollywood pickup on my fantasy team because I was like, I don't know if Xavier's going to even play, dog.
I'm like, and then right before the game, Josh Simmons, he's sick. I'm like, what
is going on? It's Freaky Monday, bro. It's a Freaky Monday.
We should have known then. We should have known then. We should have known right then. That's when we should have known. We should have known. Because I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Joshua Simmons had the BGs before he came to work.
Hey, yo, not the BGs, man.
Something jerking or something.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is interesting.
Oh, yeah. I think
it's your defensive backs that are out. Reed and Terrion Arnold. For sure. That's what I say. I thought y'all was gonna be favored at least by 3.5, 4. But that's interesting. What is Vegas up to, man?
Well, I also kind of think it's a little bit of the favoritism because it's a home game for the Chiefs.
I get all that, but right now, I would say the Lions are the best team in the league right now.
Oh yeah, right now. Oh yeah, that's what after. I think that's kind of what really pissed me off about last night's game is because what's coming up this week.
Yeah.
Because it's like we need to be clicking on all cylinders coming into this week. Because I think I'm right there with you. The Lions look like I know they had the week 1 blunder in Green Bay, but ever since then,
it's like the best team in the league. Literally.
What are we doing and playing around with the Lions? Nah, ain't got time to be playing with them boys.
Oh, Andy better bring out the A sheet for the Lions.
Oh, bring out the Bible. He better bring out some plays he ain't ran since 2018.
Yeah, he better pull out all stops because the boys is coming.
Yeah.
And that running attack scares me.
Well, to be fair, we ain't
Don't
facing
do that.
Nah, hold on. Nah, I caught myself, bruh. I mean,
ETN is one of the better running backs this year, but
I caught myself. I was like, you know what? Nah, I was like, yeah, we ain't seen nothing like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs in the same backfield like this. Nah,
Sonic and Knuckles is coming.
And we saw what they did in Arrowhead a couple of years ago. So, albeit no Chris Jones, but still.
Never mind. Let me stop.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Hey, no.
Do you think the Chiefs can keep up with Detroit? Yes, I do. I think our offense can keep up.
Oh, man.
Outside of Brian Branch, I'm not scared of y'all corners. And y'all got injuries there. Y'all might not have Terrion Arnold. And DJ Reed might be out. He probably is out this game. I think he's on IR. Yeah. Now, y'all defensive line, if Aiden Hutchinson, he might be able to be a game wrecker. But outside of that, I know you got some other players. What's the other dude's name?
No, Marcus Davenport. They had him. I don't know if he's playing.
And he hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was hurt. That was what I was texting to you earlier. The D lineman got some injuries with like Davenport and stuff like him. I mean, I know we got the fellas coming in, and I don't want to jump the gun, but man, it's.
Did you watch the play? Yeah, we watched it. It was no excuse for Chris Jones to play like that at that last play. If you was tired, man, just take your ass out of the game. Sit on the sideline.
Oh, as soon as he said hike, he went, and then he just.
I swear, that's what he did. He said, "Hike, y'all got it." Damn, he run it.
Hey,
I was supposed to go get him.
Hey, Chris Jones, dog. Hey, me and Chris could have done that. Get paid because we get nothing and could have just watched the game. We don't get paid. Now, matter of fact, Chiefs fans, we go in debt watching y'all. All right. I mean, we pay for tickets, parking, merchandise. We go in debt watching y'all. We could have done that.
What conspiracy theory? He's on the tape. You thought Chris Jones sold? Oh, damn, Chris.
Well, shit, he could have had my parlay, but he didn't.
They put the call in at Chris. You better not get him. He's gonna fall twice. Trevor Lawrence gonna fall. He's gonna trip over his offensive lineman and trip again.
Hey, oh, but then don't. So here's my thing with Jones, man.
I just think he's getting older and he was tired of shit.
I understand, and I'm with you on that. But what my main point is, Brad, don't say it was a fluke play. Which I mean, it was, but
it was. But
you don't say that because your effort can't let you say that. You don't say nothing. All right.
It'd be one thing if like Chris Jones was the one he like Trevor Lawrence got up and he slipped out of Chris Jones' arms because he was giving effort. Then you could say that. Yeah, but
yeah,
no.
Not when
you can't do that and you tap the dude and be like, damn, they doing
yeah, it was a fluke. And then you can't don't you delete your Twitter. You bring that on Stone Cold Jones account back up and take this heat, bruh. You come take this heat, dog. Yeah. I ain't man. My man C-Hen.
What's good? What's good?
What good was,
man?
Can you hear me? My mic all right?
Yeah.
Man, listen. I ain't even know what happened last night. I saw Kareem Hunt score, and me and my daughter were supposed to meet some of my family somewhere, man, and we left the bar. And I got outside and I heard somebody say the Broncos in first place and KC in last. I said, what happened? They lost? He said, yeah, you didn't see. I said, oh, man, I got up. I had lost my fantasy matchup by 3 points. I was already mad. I just got up and left.
He said, I just got up and left.
I didn't know what happened, man.
Yeah, it was bad. It wasn't good.
Hey,
I'm disciplined, dog.
Hey, you up 14-0, bro. You supposed to bring that home, bro. I don't care.
And I you know what? I must give a remorseful shout out to the Jacksonville faithful, because I was talking real greasy about Trevor that first half when he got the ball knocked out at the one. I said, and then he got popped when he was going into the end zone by the safety Jaden Hicks. I said, oh man, come on, man. He turned it around, man. Got to give him props, man. Jacksonville, they may be for real.
AC, what did we say on last week's episode? I said, make Trevor Lawrence beat you. He must have heard us. He said, I ain't going to have the prettiest game, but damn it, I'm going to find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Came up, 4 touchdowns. He came up. He did it.
Tough. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie with you, see him, man. Your Lions got looking kind of scary right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog.
Man, listen, man.
What's going on, Will?
I'm feeling good.
What's happening, fellas?
What's going on, Will?
What's happening, guys? Thanks for having me in tonight, man.
No problem.
We you know what? I'm trying to be humble, man. You know, the last 2 years haven't quite ended the way I wanted it to be, but I like the way we're looking. I do like the way we're looking, especially with the changeover at the coordinator spots. I did expect, a little bit of a hiccup. There's going to be some change, involved, some hiccups when you have massive changes we had, but so far so good. Dealing with a few injuries in the secondary right now, that's going to give me a little bit of pause coming into this week's game. But I will say I'm not mad that we're missing Mr. Rashee Rice this week. I'm not mad that we're going to miss him this week. I'm not at all. You know what I mean? So, hey, if you're going to come in shorthanded, this is the week to come in shorthanded, buddy. So I like our chances, man.
You ain't lying, man. We in some trouble in the backfield tonight, man, or this weekend.
But go a little bit more in depth with your new coordinators, man, because I mean that was the question for the Lions this year, was you guys losing both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, and not looking too good for Aaron Glenn right now. But just to talk a little bit more in depth about you guys as new coordinators, how you guys are feeling about them so far.
Well, I'll say this: I was confident in both coordinators, to be honest with you. If you want to talk, you talk about Kelvin Shepard. He's a guy who I've respected as a player for a long, long time, even from taking it back to his days at LSU. I'm a little bit longer in the tooth, but I've been seeing him for a while. And I love the players that become coaches and players who've played under great coaches during their career. And I think he got a great chance to learn about a lot of different defensive details throughout his career. And I think that when he came here to Detroit, he was really being groomed for that job. We knew that Aaron Glenn was kind of being groomed for a head coaching job somewhere, and he was being groomed for that defensive coordinator job. And I think that, he has the great, some great principles have been taught to him. And I think he also has a fresh set of eyes too. He's a young, innovative coach who's going to maybe bring some new things that we haven't done before. There were some folks talking about how we were able to put together a plan against Lamar a couple weeks ago, where we did an effective job keeping him in the pocket and spying him. And if you guys were familiar with Aaron Glenn, that was something that he kind of, shied away from, during his tenure year. So again, a little bit of, old school with a little bit of innovation. And we've seen some positive results from our defense. Offensively, Johnny Morton, I didn't know much about him, but I like that he was a local guy, from the state of Michigan. So he's going to have some personal skin in the game for us, for our success. I like that he went to Western Michigan University, played under Tim Lester when they were kind of throwing the football all around the field. He was a former wide receiver. Again, another guy who's played coached under some wonderful coaches. You talk about where did he come from Denver? From Denver with Sean Payton. He's coached under a number of other quality offensive coaches in this league. And he has some familiarity with our players because he was here, I think, in 2021 when kind of we started the implementation of the Ben Johnson offense. So he has some familiarity with the players. He had the confidence of Dan, which I think was extremely important. And when we saw Dan kind of choose Johnny over Tanner Engstrom, I think that the locals here were kind of upset a little bit. But for me, I'm like, hey, Dan believes in this guy. He's only really made one or two bad hires during his tenure. So I had the utmost confidence in Johnny Morton. I felt like he was going to be someone who was going to come in and continue what we had going on here. Definitely going to probably throw some wrinkles. And in some instances, and I'm eager to hear what Will has to say, but in some instances, I think that less has been more for our offense. You know what I mean? Less razzle dazzle, more just punch him in the mouth. You know what I mean? And I like that. So I like that what Johnny Moore has brought to the table.
That's hard to follow right there, man. You put it all out there.
I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry, Will. I'm excited.
It's
all at least meat on the bone.
It's all good, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. Like Calvin Shepard was absolutely being groomed for this position, and he really stepped into a role that Aaron Glenn left him a really good foundation. The nucleus was there, the players were there. Aaron Glenn, I mean, he dealt with absolutely zero roster and built it year by year by year. So Calvin got to watch that, right, and be part of that process. And during that time, he was able to build good relationships with everybody. So stepping into the role as being the defensive coordinator, not only was it going to be easy for him to transition, but to get the trust of the guys, right? That is the hardest thing to earn on a football team, is the trust of your guys. And when that team starts to believe in you, man, they're going to start running through that brick wall for you. And you're seeing it right now. This defense it doesn't matter who's in, who's out. It doesn't matter what injuries we have. It's that next up mentality. And I know that people are sick of hearing that. But it's true in Detroit, man. They really believe in every guy on this roster, all 69 of them, and the guys that are sitting on the couch waiting to come in, that they believe in every single one of them. On the offensive side of the football, for Johnny Morton, man, I think that less is more. I like that. I think that we're doing a little bit more of the punch you in the mouth, kind of football there. But John Morton stepped into Detroit with over two decades of NFL experience, and really he immediately started to prove himself right away as an architect in this offense. It wasn't living in this shell of Ben Johnson anymore, this cloud of Ben Johnson. He erased that right away. I mean, the first game didn't go well, right? There was a lot of questions. Everyone was ready to give up on the Lions. But as soon as we stepped into week 2 and did what we did, to the Bears, there was no looking back. He's orchestrated some balance, I think, within this offense. And the stubbornness isn't there as much as what I saw with Ben Johnson. So his background, like Henry said here, in the passing game, as a passing game specialist, Jared Goff, man, distributing that football around like he always has. Amon-Ra St. Brown doing his thing and all the option routes. I mean, there's so many weapons. Getting them all fed is the problem, but it's nice to see that no one is selfish on this team. They don't care about getting, the stats. They want to get the W. So,
hey, Will, was that a shot at Philly? That sounded like a shot at Philly, man. That sounded like a little shot at Philly, dog. What I mean.
I'll leave them alone for right now. We still got to see them later in the season. So I'll save it for them.
Nah, I'm just giving you a hard time. But no, to both of you guys' credit, I think you nailed it on the head when it comes to these coordinators. Because I mean, that was obviously the talking point for the national media and even content creators like us, because we don't know what you're going to, because we've seen it with other teams. When your coordinators get plucked from you, both of them. I mean, we've seen it with Philly multiple times. They go to a Super Bowl instantly. It's a change, and you got to deal with it. And I mean, coaching still matters. So just the fact that it only took you guys one bad game to start the year off to say, let's kick it in gear. And crazy scary. Start with you, C here, and kind of talk about some of the things that you saw in the offseason that still gave you optimism despite losing the coordinators, that you was like, we still gonna be a good team.
Well, the first thing that gave me optimism, everybody said that, the number of coaches that we left, and everyone threw out different numbers. It was like 8 or 10 or whatever. But when we look at who we actually brought in, I think we only actually brought in 5 or 6 guys brought in from outside, technically outside, to cover those spots. So which means that there was some elevation from guys within. There was some transferring, if you will. I think our running backs coach became our wide receivers coach. So we were able to maintain our culture, which I think is the most important thing that we have going on here. The culture and the belief that these players have. If they can coach them up, if Brad can continue to bring quality players into the building, Dan has been able to coach those guys up. So I had ultimate confidence in the players that we have in the building. I think we have one of the best young nucleuses in the NFL. And again, the X's and O's may be different, but as long as you got the Jims and the Joes, man, you're going to be able to compete. So I always had confidence.
No doubt. Will, kind of speak on the relationship, to the bigger picture, the great general manager job that Brad Holmes has been doing, and also kind of speak of what Dan Campbell, because I got to admit, when the man came out talking about he was going to bite kneecaps, I said, who's this crazy mother they got up in here? Who's this crazy guy? So, I mean, and of course, in order to change the culture around, I guess you got to say crazy things like that, but the proof's been in the pudding. Obviously, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, phenomenal job so far. Kind of speak on those two real quick.
It's funny when you always hear the biting the kneecaps thing, and 5 years ago when Dan Campbell steps to the mic and you don't know who you have, and then as soon as you hear that, it's like everyone just took this gasp, like, what is he talking about? Like, what is going on here? I think all he was trying to say was we're just going to be a tough freaking football team. That's all he was trying to say. And when we're going to be a tough out, these guys are going to play the right way. But to speak on what they've done together is having a relationship where they believe in each other, they trust in each other. Again, that is the first foundational brick that you need to lay when you completely scrapped everything. I mean, I say that they took it to the mud, right? People say they built it from the studs up. No, they went deeper, man. They went into the mud and started this team from scratch. And every year over year, you might not see all these big flashy signings like a lot of the fan base wants, extra edge rushers and this, that, and the other thing, spending all this money. But had they have done that, I don't think we're where we are today, or where we are, right now. I don't think that this team exists had they went out and spent lavishly like that. They wanted to build from within. They wanted to build that culture, like Henry was talking about, that is so important to this team. That they know who each other is on the field. They know when they look left, right, and they don't have to worry who's behind them on every play, that they can ball out, man. They can play their game, and they know who they are, because every single one of those guys is the same. And that's hard to do, but they're doing it. Brad, man, he's really done a good job. I don't care where he's finding guys. It may not look sexy at first, but then these guys get in the building, and it's like, okay, Isaac Tesla, case point, right? You give up a couple of 3rd-round picks and everyone's pissed off because they're like, we could have used those 3rd-round picks next year to get X, Y, and Z. Tesla comes in and 3 catches and 2 touchdowns, 2 one-handed grabs. And I mean, the guy looks like Odell Beckham 3 times in a row. And everyone's like, okay, we got a ball player here. Now we just got to figure out a way to get him into the game. So he's finding guys everywhere, and well, just about everyone comes in and works out. So, look, I'm not worried about what Brad does. I know we've got some issues with the DBs and whether he makes a big move or doesn't. I mean, we got good news on TA today that he will be back. So I guess we'll see what he does, but I'm not really worried about it. Whoever he brings in is going to work out.
And if I can touch on that, relationship again, because I think it's a little bit unique. I don't know. I know that Brad, when he was, kind of in the mix for the job, he had a couple of other teams really looking at him, but I don't know how high he was on those teams' lists. I don't know how high Dan was on other teams' lists. These guys were kind of hired separately, if you would. It wasn't like Brad came in and then hired Dan, or Dan came in and chose Brad. These guys were the management team kind of did all the interviewing and kind of said, hey, we like this GM, we like this coach. Got those guys in the same room and said, hey, can you guys work together? And I think both of those guys looked at each other and said, hey man, check this out. How many opportunities you got? Not much. How many opportunities you got? Not much. We got to make this work. This might be the only time that we can make this work. I don't know if I'm going to get another opportunity. I don't know if you're going to get another opportunity. So these guys, this is kind of a relationship of out of necessity. And these guys have made it work. And a lot of times you see this type of situation. I think Chicago has a type of similar situation going on. And you see one side, if it doesn't go well, one side kind of has to make a decision to save their ass, cover CYA, if you will. But, this situation has been a perfect merit. Mm-hmm. Again, the culture has been great. Brad has done a great job of getting great players into the building, and Dan has done a great job of coaching them up. And I think, this is a very, very unique symmetry that those two guys have, man.
Dig that.
For sure. What are your guys' thoughts on Jared Goff, like as a whole, as you guys as quarterback? I know he gets a lot of flack,
That's my quarterback
for being the weakest link. He gets a lot of flack for being the weakest link on the offense.
The weakest link?
You see how the outside perception perceives him.
I'm just being real. They think it's the weapons around him. Amon St. Brown, Montgomery, Gibbs, Sam Laporta. They think it's the weapons around him. So, and this was the perception of him when he came from the Rams too. It's not
Chris,
just
let me tell you this, Chris. That's my quarterback. That's how I feel. That's my perception. That's my quarterback. But who was Amon-Ra St. Brown before he got to the Lions? He was a fourth-round pick. David Montgomery was a very solid back from Chicago, but nobody was really knocking down the door for him. Laporta was considered a second and third-round pick, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying they were bad players at all. But some of these guys, when he comes to the weapons in Detroit, he's helped make them who they are. He's thrown for the most yards over the last 3 or 4 years in the NFL. He's thrown for the most touchdowns. And a lot of these guys have come in and been rookies. J-Mo didn't play for the first 2 years. J-Mo has had 1,000 yard season in 3 years so far. So before we start talking about the weapons that he has, let's talk about the elevator that we kind of have at the quarterback spot. And again, you go back to the Rams, hey, they had some great weapons around them too. They had Robert Woods, they had Gurley and things of that nature, but they weren't going to no Super Bowls before Goff got there. So we got to give him a little bit of credit for some of the things that he's accomplished in this league. And he came to basically, they sent him here, what they say, they sent him here to die, basically. And look at him. He's resurrected an organization that was known for decades, 42 years of my life of nothingness. And he's basically, been the catalyst to kind of raise this organization from the ashes. So I got to give him respect. I know he has some limitations. I know people say it has to be perfect around him. I don't think he's the most mobile guy. And for most pocket passers, Matt Stafford included, you got to protect that guy. So, Stafford didn't win no championships without no weapons around him. So if you're talking about championship caliber teams, there's usually going to be some talent on those teams. There's usually going to be some weapons on those teams. And we got to give Goff some credit for what he's done in the last 7-8 years in this league.
To run with that a little bit further, I've never seen so much hate for a guy ever. Jared Goff has been left off of everybody's list this year out of the top 10 as a quarterback. I mean, even Dan Orlovsky a couple weeks ago left him out of the top 5. And I'm chirping at Dan, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, are you seriously seeing these stats over here? If you're talking stats, like Jared Goff has been leading the league for 2.5 seasons now. How can you not have him in the conversation?
Well, Dan Orlovsky of one person shouldn't really talk quarterback.
Yeah, well, yeah, he needs to stay in bounds first. He's totally out of bounds on this as well. But so Jared Goff, man, I mean, if you look what happened in LA, you said cover your ass earlier, CYA, right? That's what Sean McVay did. He had a bad year. They didn't win the Super Bowl. You want to blame it all on your quarterback. And so they ship him out. You bring Matthew Stafford in. He looks like a genius now because they win a Super Bowl with a totally different team. And then that makes Jared Goff look like trash, right?
Yeah.
Jared had 2 bad seasons in his entire career. His rookie year in LA, where they lost in his rookie year in Detroit. That was it. Those are the only two bad years he's ever had.
Yeah.
And since then, I mean, Jared has completely redefined what it is to be a quarterback in Detroit. And if you want to talk about pocket passers, I can name one. I'm not comparing him to Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was the least mobile quarterback ever to play the quarterback position. He averaged 29 rushing yards per year. Okay. So if you want to talk about least mobile, that dude won 7 rings. So it can be done. See, what I think a lot of people forget is an offensive scheme is designed around your quarterback and around the weapons that you have. Without Jared Goff, there is no Amon-Ra St. Brown. There is no Sam Laporta. That doesn't mean that another quarterback couldn't have stepped in and had a good season with them. But this is a timing offense that takes a very special part of nerd in that brain to be able to cycle through all those progressions and to be able to find that player quickly. There's not many guys that can do it in this league. The guys that can't use their legs, right? The guys that can't get through all the progressions and can't do a timing offense like this, they run around a lot. How many Super Bowls has Lamar Jackson had?
Zero.
Right. How many Super Bowls has Jared Goff had? 0, right? Same argument. The point that I'm going to make there is it doesn't matter if you're running around, or if you're sitting in the pocket. There's 2 distinct styles of offense that are going to fit you and what you're trying to do. And the players that you bring in are the same way. They got to fit that offense. Amon-Ra fits that offense because the guy he gets separation. He doesn't care about going over the middle of the field. But if you look at all the players that we brought in, they fit a purpose inside this style of a timing offense that is Dan Campbell's offense, not Ben Johnson, not John Morton, not Anthony Lynn. It's Dan Campbell's offense that he's brought through Bill Parcells and everybody else that he's worked with throughout his entire career. So Jared Goff, I'm sorry, man, he's a top 5 quarterback in this league, and no one's going to tell me any different. He's consistently leading at the top. I mean, what is it? 5 weeks in a row or 5 games in a row? He's had 70+% completion percent. He's got some wild stats going right now. Very wild, breaking all sorts of records. So
now I will say this because I'm I'm saying you got to show me. I'm saying I'm not from Missouri, but hey, I believe in the show me state. So I will say this: it's time for Jared to show up and win a big game. I think that will shut up a lot of his haters. Just like Jalen Hurts, people have, saying whatever opinion they have of him. But once he's won and he shows up in those big games and those big moments, it's hard to really, take that from him. Everyone's going to have their opinion of him. Everyone's going to like him. I know there's always stylistic preferences out here, but when you win, hey, you got to respect that.
Let me add one more thing to that, because what you're saying, I totally get, where if you want to talk about the NFC Championship game in 23, he put up enough points to win that game. The defense collapsed.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we didn't play well in the second half offensively, but that's because the Niners came out to smack us in the mouth in the second half, and we didn't have a plan. We didn't have a plan at all.
And let's be clear, I put that loss on Dan Campbell. We could have kicked a couple field goals and won that game too. So
1,000%. 1,000%.
You know what I mean?
Right?
But I do know this. The quarterback, I know wins isn't a quarterback stat, but when they win, they get the glory.
Yep.
And when they lose, what I'm saying, they get the blame. That's just heavy who wears the crown, baby.
Last year against Jaden Daniels, come on, 21 guys on IR.
That was tough.
That was tough. There was no win in that game. I mean, to lose a Meek on that second snap, it was over. It was done. Look, Jared's done nothing but win. And he can win the big games. I think he's proven it. He's come back throwing 5 interceptions in a game to come back and beat Houston, last season. That's huge, man. Most quarterbacks fold up like a tent and want to go home, or like Caleb Williams want to go cry on the bench or something. Not Jared, man. Jared, just what do I got to do? Tell me what's next. What's next? So I'll digress, man.
All right, you guys' division is pretty interesting. You got Green Bay and Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur out there. You got Minnesota with their whatever they got at quarterback. Carson Wentz right now, JJ McCarthy before then. And then you got Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, who you guys, of course, are familiar with in Chicago. So, what are your overall thoughts on your division this year?
Take it away, Hen.
You know what? I always think that I always thought coming into this year that we were going to have definitely one of the most interesting and exciting divisions in football. We have a very, very strong, as you pointed out, young coaching nucleus here. And there's a lot of young talent as well over here. So last year was very, very, very exciting. We saw 3 teams make the playoffs. I think that going forward is something that can regularly happen in this division. And I just think that, we still sit at top, but we gotta watch what's coming on. We gotta watch what's going on in the division. Green Bay is a strong team with another great coach, solid quarterback, young nucleus. Minnesota, I'm going to tell you, to me, Minnesota has a top 5 roster outside of the quarterback position. If they ever figure that position out, they're going to be a tough team. You saw what they did with good quarterbacking last year. And then Chicago definitely is on the come up. It's a defense that I thought last year was probably formidable. I would say formidable. And now they need to figure out their quarterback position. They think that Caleb is the guy, and we're going to find out, but they have some weapons around him as well. So I think this division is going to be tough for many years to come. Very excited.
No matter what, the NFC North runs through Detroit. No matter what. After the first game, there was a lot of questions, and those questions were answered in week 2. But right now, the NFC North is going to run through Detroit. The Lions are 4-1. We're riding a 4-game win streak right now. And they're not just winning, man. We're dominating games. Even though we let the Bengals back in that fourth quarter, 21 points. Not concerns me about this weekend, by the way. But leading the division, man, points scored 174. Defensive efficiency is there. Kirby Joseph plucking balls out of the air left and right, stealing them from TA. But behind them, you got the Packers, man. They're an up-and-coming team. I think that Jordan Love is a pretty decent quarterback. I don't think he's there quite yet. And I think that Matt LaFleur still has some issues over there. I mean, you bring in Parsons, you spend way too much money, you sold your future away, and I think that was an all-in play for them this year. I don't think it's going to work out, quite honestly. I don't think that Parsons is the only answer for Green Bay. I think that they have other issues, like their offensive line. They have other issues to attend to, and you just wasted all of your draft picks and your money. So
cornerbacks.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about the Packers. I'm not worried about them, for a couple of years at least. The Bears, different story. I think that they will come up sooner rather than later. It might take a couple of seasons. I don't know if Caleb Williams is the answer over there. He has all the intangibles. He has, he's got good weaponry around him, but it's the head, man. This game is more about the mental game. Everyone has a body in the NFL, right? Everyone's got an elite body. I wish I did, but anyway, it's the mental game. We old now, so it's different. And then there's the Vikings, man. I don't know what they're doing because they had a crazy good defense last year, and they still have a pretty good defense this season. But I don't think that JJ's the answer, and it is too early to tell. We got to give him more time to see what he's going to end up being. But we'll see what the Vikings turn into with JJ. I know he had a couple of good plays there. In the one game he ran one in there at the end to win the game. I can't remember who it was against, but he has intangibles too, right? He has some weapons around him. Obviously, in the receiver room. We'll just see where it goes. But right now, what I thought was going to be the toughest division in the league, I'm not that confident anymore. I think it's the Lions, and I think it's the Lions by a mile right now in the NFC North. We're playing a different level of football over here,
Ain't no disagreement. Hey,
Will. Talk that talk, Will.
I mean, just obviously being an outsider looking in the division, the Lions are playing bully ball right now, and they're the bully on the yard right now. With the Packers, I agree with your take on the Michael Parsons thing. I had them at least being a wild card. I still got them being a wild card. I mean, Michael Parsons, he can only. Well, we've also seen him disappear in big games too. He goes back to Dallas and doesn't make an impact till damn near the game's damn near over. So y'all marinate on that. Vikings, yeah, quarterback. I don't know what your problem is. You got a guy in his second year that's already showing durability problems. He misses all rookie season, and then 2 games in, he's already missing time. So that has a question. Now, when it comes to Caleb Williams, look, I don't judge. I don't do that. You want to paint your fingernails. You want to be eclectic. I guess that's the right word to say. Ooh, do that. But when it comes to football, bro, like you can't just think, I'm show up. I'm Caleb Williams. Nah, bro. Like I think the Bears they're at that point where they are literally doing everything to have you succeed, and you're still at best average. I mean, we can't lie. Rome Odunze, that game that they had week 1, I'm like, dog, just dump it off to Rome. And he's just sitting there like waiting for the ball all game. Give me the ball. I'm right here. I get yak. You know, I'm not a yak drinker, but he'd have been a great yak drinker that night. Like, come on, like, I just think Caleb Williams is I don't think he's 100% mentally all in on football. That's just me. Obviously, I don't know nothing. I don't know him. That's just the aura that he gives off to me. That's just me. So
I'm gonna shoot Caleb a little bit of bail because I was a fan of Caleb and JD5 last year, and I thought both of those guys had great skills. I will say this: I think the advantage for JD is that I think he is a little bit more mature mentally. I think that him playing for Herm Edwards early in his career and playing in a pro style offense. Also with a guy like Antonio Pierce, who was bringing pro-style defenses to them in practice, he was able to see a lot more things. I feel like Caleb has played his type of ball all his life, which is kind of like street, I don't want to say street ball, but just kind of like out of structure all the time, make a play, it's all on you. You know what I mean?
No, the sports play. Let me make the sports.
Now the NFL is all about, timing. You know what I'm saying? Timing. Boom, 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 1, 2, 3, ball out. You know what I mean? The guys there hit him on the spot, you know what I mean? And I think he's having a hard time adjusting to that. But I think that he does have a coach who can put him in position to have success. Now, to your point, how he takes the coaching, how he, how he handles it mentally is going to be a big key for him. But I see a lot of improvement from last year to this year. I see a lot of improvement from week 1 until now. So I'm not going to write him off. And I ain't going to listen. He's different. He's showing that he's different. I don't think that I think we've had other eclectic players in this league before, and I think there have been some dogs in here before. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what he does. But I'm not ready to write him off quite yet. And again, he had, like you said, Chicago's done everything in their power to put him in a position to have success, improve the offensive line, gave him weapons around him, gave him a great coach.
Free DJ.
Give him a year or two and see what he can do.
Yeah,
you might be looking the other way at the free DJ. You might be looking the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, free DJ Moore. DJ Moore, like, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a quick question on that, because I got this problem with Ryan Poles, and I feel like all he does is he tries to build the team by buying it, right? And he's not building it through the traditional method of draft, develop, right? And then supplement. And maybe he'll get to drafting and developing at some point, but it seems like all he's trying to do is buy. I don't know how Ryan Poles is still a GM. I don't know why Ben would ever want to take that kind of a job where he's not going to be able to hit the ground running with his guy.
Can I pitch Ryan Poles some bail?
Hey, Will.
My man had to inherit a bad football team. Like, he had to weed out a lot of that bad before he can even get to what he wanted. I think a lot of times we put what the last regime did on the current guy because he's there.
That's true.
It's like,
how long? And we might be a little spoiled because we, listen, wasn't no roster as bad as what Brad Holmes took over. So we see what Brad did and like, okay, well, that seems to be the blueprint. And we see what some of these other teams do, how he does in Philly, what your GM does over in Kansas City. And we say, okay, these guys are hitting on draft picks. These guys are doing their thing. I think Ryan, again, inherited a bad batch, but I think he's also made some bad drafts. And again, you can't, if you can't depend on your draft picks, it's hard to build through the draft. You know what I mean? So now you've got 2 or 3 years of bad draft, not bad drafting, but enough misses that you're not really making an impact. Your time was dwindling. Now you need guys who can come in right now and can make a play for you. You know what I mean? And I think that his future is kind of tied to the I forget the gentleman's name, but he was the Big Ten commissioner who now is the president of the Chicago Bears. And I think their futures are kind of tied together. I don't know if Ryan doesn't survive, if he survives. You know what I mean? Or maybe we see some type of splitting of the way, some type of CYA situation. But Ryan has definitely went all in on this year. He spent a lot on that offensive line. And again, I think his biggest problem is not building from the trenches. That's been their biggest problem offensively and defensively. But he goes out and gets a tight end, he gets a wide receiver, he gets all these guys, these ancillary pieces, and they can't block anybody.
Yeah,
that's such a critical component to a team. Is you have to go inside out on both sides of the football. You have to. If you don't start in the trenches and you can't protect your quarterback, and if you can't get after the quarterback on the other side, I mean, you're up a creek without a paddle, and that's my biggest complaint. I mean, I guess I really don't have a complaint on Ryan. I mean, keep doing what you're doing, Ryan, because it's working.
Yeah, we love you, Ryan. We want you that lifetime contract for Ryan.
Yeah.
Lifetime contract.
All I was trying to say there is what I see going on there, I just don't know why Ben would have ever wanted to work with that situation, knowing that he wasn't going to have his own GM to start with. Seeing how that worked in Detroit, because 2.5 seasons in Detroit, we were already turning the ship. And it's been 4 years for Ryan Poles, and I can't say that it's any better than the first year. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I guess keep doing that, Chicago. That's why I got absolutely zero love for those guys over there right now.
No, and it's funny because I think me and Chris had talked about it before. I mean, to bail even Ryan Poles a little bit, give him a little bail, and I've been critical of him for the last few minutes, but I mean that franchise as a whole, and Chris has brought this up before, as a whole, name me a quarterback that's been worth the damn in a Bears uniform.
Jim McMahon.
Oh, come on now.
He wasn't even him.
Just to tell you how old I was. Jim McMahon, 85 Bears, baby.
Come on.
He was just, he was just okay. He was just okay.
It was about Walter Payton in that defense.
You're right.
It was about Walter Payton in that defense.
That was about the last time they were good. What was that? The 85 Bears. That was about it, man.
Well, you had the Urlacher Bears when they went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Their last decent quarterback is serving a prison term right now, Jay Cutler.
Damn. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Just put it this way: they made it to a Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, bro.
I forgot who the quarterback. I'm thinking of. I'm like, I know they made it to a Super Bowl. Who was the quarterback? I forgot. Thank you so much.
Okay. That defense in Devin Hester.
Matt Forte. That's it. As far as the division goes, I agree. Green Bay. My problem with Green Bay is they don't have a number one wide receiver. They got a bunch of 2s and 3s over there. That's what they got. They don't have a go-to guy. They don't have an Amon St. Brown to be like, hey, it's 3rd and 7. I need you to get open. They don't have that guy. They got a bunch of guys over there. They're really good, but they don't have a receiver that's like, hey, that guy's getting the ball, and we know he's getting the ball, and he's still gonna catch it. He's still gonna make a play.
They ain't got their dog.
They don't have a Justin
Jefferson. A little bit gracious by calling them wide receiver 2s.
Damn,
like 3 and 4s to me when you look at Romeo Dobbs and some of those other guys. Well, I'm sorry, Jalen Reed is probably a wide receiver too, but some Christian Watson. Those guys are like more 3 and 4s.
I think Matthew Golden can be something, but he's still learning the offense. I think he's learning the offense, but outside of that, it's just like, and they ain't got no
Pat Mahomes over there. They ain't got a force multiplier. I like Love, but he's not Patty. He can't work with them 3s and 4s like that.
No, he can't. He needs a number one guy. He does. Even though he's talented, uber talented, he needs a number one guy. And I'm with you guys on the defensive side. Michael Parsons ain't gonna be enough. I do like him and Rashawn Gary together, but they still need some more over there. They need some more on that back end. They do. They need some more on that back end. As far as we just got through talking about the Bears, I'm with you, Hen. I think Caleb Williams has gotten better. I think you can see the progression from him week 1 to now. Like he is, like what Mar was talking about, Rome Odunze was open underneath. He's actually starting to take that down. He's actually starting to get Roman Odunze.
Yeah, but I credit that to Ben Johnson more than I would Caleb.
Well, I mean, that's coaching. You can't complain about the coaching. You can't. He's not taking the coaching. If he takes the coaching, then you're mad at him. You're right. That's coaching. So he's taking the coaching, and he's taking what the defense is giving him. Now, I just think him and DJ Moore have no chemistry, and so they just need to go ahead and just get rid of DJ Moore and get him out of it. I think DJ Moore does not like Caleb Williams. Like that rookie.
They send them to KC.
Nah.
We don't need him. We don't
We
need him.
Nah, we good.
Y'all don't need him.
Oh no, I would love to have DJ Moore, but I love our wide receiver core as it is. I'm good. So,
but because all I need is one time Pat Mahomes miss him and he rolled his eyes in the air, he was out of there. He out of there. But you see it on the sideline every time Caleb Williams misses DJ Moore. He rolling his eyes, he throwing his helmet, he mad. Like, so get him up out of there. But him and Rome got a good chemistry. I think once they start playing my man Luther Burden, stand up, start playing him more, I think that the offense can get to rolling a little bit more. I actually like how Swift is looking this year. Swift has actually been pretty solid this year too. He's not great, but he's solid. He's solid. And then the Vikings, man. Look, I wasn't a believer in JJ McCarthy. I didn't believe when he was in Michigan. I'm sorry. I thought that defense and that running game won them that national championship. Yeah, he made a few throws here and there, but I never saw what these analysts and these draft gurus saw in JJ McCarthy. Why? Because he's 6'2", 6'3", and got an arm. Like, there's a lot of dudes in college that got that. I didn't think he had all the intangible stuff. So I'm not surprised that JJ McCarthy looks the way he looked, even before he got hurt.
That's funny, Chris. That's funny. I think the intangibles are his strongest suit. Stronger than his arm and all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Michigan fan. I'm a JJ fan. I am a little bit, my eyebrows are a little bit raised at the start because of the injuries. But I will say this: made plays when he needed to make plays. Wasn't throwing to, besides Colston Loveland, wasn't throwing to a bunch of NFL caliber wide receivers. Roman Wilson was probably the best guy that he threw to. Cornelius, I can't think of Johnson. Sorry, Cornelius Johnson. It's probably a practice squad level player. So I want to see him healthy, and I want to see him in that Kevin Stefanski offense and with those weapons. If you can't get it done in that offense and with those weapons, then hey, it's no excuses for you because they got an offensive line. They have the weapons around you, and you have the coaching, so it's no excuses for you. But again, another guy, I'm gonna give him some time. Go blue, baby.
Oh no! So since we're on the conversation of JJ McCarthy, and I'm not go blue, but that's all good. Is this simple? He didn't throw the football in the fourth quarter at U of M. They handed it off to Corum. And that was my biggest concern. Well, not concern, but when I was grading and evaluating all the quarterbacks, I'm like, can this guy produce in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line and not run the ball? Because if he's going to run the ball, he's going to get hurt eventually, right? He's got to be able to push that ball downfield. So that's what I'm waiting to see from JJ. Is that when he can orchestrate a fourth quarter with his arm, I'll start to believe that he's going to do it in this league. And you're right, man. He has the weapons in Minnesota right now. There's zero excuse to not utilize them. So we'll see where it goes. It's too early, right? It's too early for him.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he got to stay on the field. And like you missed your whole rookie season, and now what he is going on, 3 or 4 games missed already. So it's kind of like, come on now.
He has the mental game. We know that about JJ. He has the mental game. He's a smart dude, man, and he's mentally strong too. So he has that. It's just I just got to see that arm work in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, but Will look like his body is made out of paper mache right now.
I have my theories about this injury that he got right now, but
you think they hold him out? You think they hold him out?
Yeah, they ain't
hoping everything heals, mind, body, and soul.
A hamstring injury. They must have been real serious. Before we get into the game, who do you guys feel like are the biggest threats in the NFC right now? Because I think this year is kind of flipped. Everybody used to look at the AFC as they got the bigger game teams in the conference. In the NFC, it was Detroit, it was the Eagles, and maybe the Rams or the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Or, some new team would emerge. But this year, the AFC is weak. A lot of injuries on the AFC. A lot of quarterbacks are out. Lamar Jackson, Ravens look terrible this year. The Bengals are done. Burrow's out. Like Chiefs, we kind of treading waters right now too. Buffalo, they got flaws too. So on the NFC side, who you guys feel is the biggest threats?
I think you have to always keep the Eagles in the conversation. I mean, Super Bowl champs, they're going to stay there. until they're not. I mean, they've got a damn good squad. I mean, they didn't really lose. I mean, they lost a little bit up front. They lost Milton, and then they lost what's the edge they lost? Who are those on the outside?
Oh, Josh Sweat.
Sweat. Yeah, that's right. So they lost a little bit up front, but I don't think it's hurting them right now. I think that they're still able to push the ball downfield. And when they need a defensive stop, they've been pretty decent so far, on both sides of the football. So they're not off my list. The Bucs, I mean, they're solid. Like, they've been solid every year, but getting past that first or second playoff game has been their problem.
Mm-hmm.
If Evans is not able to play, I mean, they've got some issues, right? But who's their new guy now?
Luka.
Yes, that dude is playing out of his damn mind.
Yeah.
And he's going to step right in and take off for Evans when Evans hangs it up maybe after this season. But the Bucs are right up there. But again, I don't think it's an issue for the Lions if we're trying to compare it to what I think the Lions are going to be able to do in the NFC. The 49ers are flat out frauds. I don't even know how they're winning football games right now. They are flat out frauds. They're what Minnesota's been for the last 3 or 4 years. It's now the 49ers.
Hey, Kyle Shanahan got that MacGyver act going on. He got duct tape. He got super glue, gorilla glue, putting that old beat up
one question for the 49ers.
But I mean, do you realize that there's 8 points, eight points separating them in 5 games?
Yeah,
8 points. They're frauds. They're flat out frauds.
I just got one question for the 49ers. Is Mac Jones QB1?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. They just paid Brock. You know you can't sit Brock. They just paid him. You can't sit him.
You right.
I
wouldn't have paid him.
May be so mangled, man. He might not be the same guy. Maybe they can unload him to somebody, man. Give some damaged goods to somebody and start all over. I don't know.
Crazy, dog.
As far as for me, like as far as the NFC, it's Philly. They're the champs, and I'm gonna respect Philly. To Will's point, they did lose a lot up front, and also they lost a little bit on that back end. They lost Slay. I think Kevin Byard, who was a free agent pickup for them last year, so they're a little bit younger. I like how he kind of builds that team over there. But they're the front dog for us. But I like Tampa Bay a lot, and I think that the Rams are a dangerous team. When you got those 2 type quarterbacks who are gamers, and you got those weapons on the outside, and you can score points. You can kind of, you're a threat. I think, in a 1-game elimination situation. Also with the Rams, they have a very, very, very active front 4, and they can get after quarterbacks and kind of cover up, what they have going on the back end. So I think that they're a dangerous team. And of course, like the Green Bays of the world. But to me, as far as us, we have I don't want to say a history, but last year we had some injuries coming down the pipeline. Right now we're a little bit injured. So those teams with those gunslinger type quarterbacks and those weapons on the outside are teams that give me a little bit of pause. But again, I think we're playing some real good football. And if we're all healthy, somewhat healthy, 90% healthy, I love our chances against anybody in the NFC or AFC, baby. It's Super Bowl or bust for me.
I'm right there with you. And I forgot about one other team because you mentioned the Rams. And I'm looking at the standings right now. Even though that they're 3rd in the NFC West, they have that defense. Like that is a pretty scary defense over there. Even though they lost Aaron Donald, they've done a great job at surrounding that defense with some good football players. Jared Verse, Turner. I mean, you name it. They got some good guys.
Yeah.
But again, I look at point differentials a lot because it tells me a lot about the team, right? Can they win big and can they keep points off the board, which is the big key. If you can keep points off the board, man, you can win a lot of football games in this league. We can't forget about the Commanders. I know they started off a little bit rough, but they look pretty good.
Definitely can't forget about them.
Definitely can't forget about JD, man. He was my number 1 quarterback over Caleb Williams in the draft. He's the one that I said to be the number 1. Clearly is the number 1 out of that draft right now.
I agree.
We're trying to forget about them for that pain they caused me last year. They beat me on my birthday, man. I was out of town with my wife, man. I was hyped. I had my Lions gear on. I do a podcast with a lot of folks from the DC area. You know what I mean? The Enters the Lab podcast. I'm gonna do my shameless plug. 7:30 p.m. Thursday nights. You can catch us on YouTube and X. So definitely check us out. But yeah, man, I have my chains on and everything, man. Celebrating my birthday, and they popped us, man. So. Yeah, man, we owe them one. We owe them one. Week 9 is that week 9? Will we play them in Washington?
I don't have the schedule in front of me, but it might be.
We owe them twice. I want to play them twice this year.
Whoa.
We get them off the bye, right?
Yeah. I believe that's week 9.
That's week 9.
That's
Yeah, we'll see him twice for sure.
BTA, we owe them that.
What's up, Maureen? How you doing? All right, fellas, let's go and get into the game on Sunday Night Football, man. Keys to the game. So, fellas, if you guys, if the Lions want to win this game, what do they got to do on offense?
And you want to start? You want me to go?
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, man. Jump in there.
So, look, this is no different than any other game. It's the same MO every single game. I don't care what the opponent is. The thing about the Chiefs defense that I haven't had a whole lot of time to study the Chiefs defense just yet, but our offense is surging. There's really nothing you can't do to stop us. This last week, I thought that Sam Laporta was going to have a really good game. I saw it happening, and I'm wondering if it's going to happen again this week against the Chiefs. So let me ask you a question before I get into this. How have the Chiefs been at containing tight ends so far?
Terrible.
I think tight ends have killed us this year.
This year.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's always kind of been our MO of stopping tight ends.
Yeah, but I think this year we've done a lot better against tight ends. Last year was bad. This year has been a lot better.
If Sam Laporta can have a big game in this game, which I think is a key to this, those seam routes are key to what opens up a lot over the middle from Amon-Ra St. Brown, which you saw this past weekend. Then I would say that we have a really good chance. I think that this is probably going to be a boat race kind of a game. Even though I think that the Lions on the defensive side need to do exactly what they did to Lamar, to Mahomes, I still think that with some injuries that we have on the defense, that our offense is going to struggle a little bit with having to put more points up in this game. So I think that we're going to have to score a ton. Obviously, we have to get the run game going. Sonic and Knuckles have to do their thing. It's no different from any game. It's get the run game going. It's open up the play action menu. And Jared Goff just has to stay clean. And if he can stay away from Chris Jones, because look, we know that if you go through the A and the B gap, that's the quickest way to the quarterback. So if we can't shut him down, then he's going to have a long day. Jared Goff, he's going to have a long day. If we get him active, we get him booting out a little bit, a little speed out, a little roll out. Jared Goff does well with that. It's not that he's not mobile. It just has to be called. It can't be off schedule.
Right.
It can't be unscripted, if you will. So I want to see Jared Goff hang in this pocket, and the offensive line's been playing great. So the first key really is this offensive line against Steve Spagnuolo's defense, man, because they prioritize pressure and a lot of different disguises, often leaving their linebackers or safeties in a man match. That there's those situations. They get after athletic tight ends, but tight ends have been kind of having their way this season at times. And I think that is the biggest key is get after Steve Spagnuolo's defense. If he's going to prioritize pressure through disguise, we have to find a way to do our own disguise to beat the pressure. So the ball's got to get out quick. And then red zone, man, we just have to take care of the football. If we get into the red zone, we have to score. If we get a turnover, we have to get points. You can't leave anything off the board in this game against the Chiefs. I don't care if they're having a down year. A lot of people are saying that the Kansas City's finally starting to fall off their pedestal. And if that's the case, I still wouldn't treat them like anything but Super Bowl champs, because this team and with Andy Reid, they're very well coached. Patrick Mahomes knows what he's doing. Him and Kelsey can do this in their sleep. So we have to take care of the football. Can't be turning it over. Goff has to stay clean. And you just have to push the ball, man. The Lions just need to push the ball the way they have been. And that's the biggest key to the game for me on the offense.
What you guys see him?
Oh man! First of all, we gotta be comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys, a couple years ago, you guys kind of kicked this whole thing off, man, with that big win that we got over, in the season opening game. So we got to feel comfortable. I know there's a lot of Detroit fans who are coming down there to KC, man, gonna get some of that great barbecue, man, and make themselves at home down there in Arrowhead. And I think that it's gonna come down to the trenches, man. For us, we've got to be able to stop the run, put Kansas City in obvious passing situations, and once we get them in those obvious passing situations, we've got to be able to pin our ears back and get Patrick Mahomes on the ground. One thing I saw all last night against Jacksonville, man, he was evading the rush. He was making things happen with his feet. we've had problems over the years with mobile quarterbacks. That's why what we were able to do against Lamar was so significant. That's going to be the key for me. I think if we can run the football offensively, get ourselves in favorable down and distance situations, keep that pass run option open for us from second and third down. Can kind of keep you guys off balance a little bit. And like what Will said, we've got to be able to score points, man. We got to be able, when we get in the red zone, put the ball in the end zone, and we got to get some takeaways, man. So I agree with everything that Will said, man. I think it's going to be a wonderful game. You guys, man, with Patrick Mahomes and with Andy Reid, always have something some tricks up your sleeve and a great offense. You guys are always able to move the football, even if you're not running it as effectively as you would like to. And I think there's going to be a challenge. Again, we're coming in here a little bit light on the back end. So can we cover the guys like Hollywood Brown? Can we cover Hollywood Brown and Worthy? They kind of mirror each other a little bit. Can we, cover Kelsey? We've had some issues from time to time with those tight ends and keeping them contained. So those are all keys to the game for me.
For sure.
If you don't mind, I'll add a couple of more things to this. I'm trying to look over some of my notes here, and I'm looking back at last night's game since you brought up what the Jaguars were doing. And Patrick Mahomes, since you were talking about the defense there for a moment, Patrick Mahomes found the end zone for his third time this season. And that's something that we can't allow. Now, you had mentioned, Hen, that we've had some difficulty. I feel like we've done a really good job against mobile quarterbacks over the last couple of seasons. I would say 21, 22, we got gashed by everybody. 23, I think we started to see a big difference with this defense. We don't allow a lot of run yards at all. We try to shut down the run game and make teams one-dimensional. But in this game, Patrick Mahomes put up the ball, 46 times? How many times did he put up the ball last night?
Too much for my liking that I got a
41.
41 times?
Yep.
Well,
Okay. So he apparently what it says here is the Jags defense. He faced zone coverage, 34 46 dropbacks in week 5, completed 27 of 32 passes against zone for 311 yards. That's what we can't do. The Lions are a man team. Like that is our master's degree, is man defense. But we don't have the men to play man defense on the outside right now. We're hurt. So if we're going to go into a zone, this is where Patrick Mahomes can slice us up, because our zone defense, even though it is good at times, we just don't have the manpower. So I think we got to keep everything underneath. We can't allow, we're Worthy to have a good second game. His first game back yesterday, would he only have one catch? I think one deep ball for 37 yards or something.
It was all about Tyquan Thornton, our other receiver that we
but we can't let him loose. I mean, it's going to take him a couple of games to get going, and this is a game that he could get going because, like we said, after the game, there's blood in the water. Well, there's blood in the water with Worthy back on this team too, and the Lions are injured. So Sharks start circling, man, and Reed is no dummy. He's gonna take advantage of all of the opportunities that the Lions are gonna leave on the field. So we have to play tight. You have to play smart, and you have to play tight football, and get after Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if that's the answer. I almost like just letting him hold the football and let him run, let him beat us with his legs if he can. But I'd rather just not drop past him. Like the biggest thing that, Lions defenses have always done terribly, not in this season, not last season, but you get too deep. If Aiden gets too vertical on Patrick, he gets behind him, that's when we start to have problems, because they're going to open up a run lane. Mahomes is going to hit it, and then he's going to be upfield for 18, 19 yards and a first down, and he's going to move the chains. And then the next play, we're going to sit back, and then he's going to pepper you over the middle because we left too much open. So one way or the other, either we have to let him beat us with his feet, and that's okay as long as he's not getting it downfield, or we have to get after him, which is going to open up some lanes. So either way, it's a double-edged sword when you go up against a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. Lamar was a very, very, very good warm-up game. I don't know. If you think Patrick is better than Lamar, Lamar's better than Patrick on the ground, I'll leave that up for you guys to debate. But it was a very good warm-up game for this game, because this is a game that we need to win.
Yeah. I love that you said something about Sharks, man, because as soon as you said that, I just thought about Aiden, man, and I had a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about your tackles matching up against Aiden Hutchinson in this game?
Well, hold on. Hold that thought. Let me get to our defense, and then we'll switch to the offense. Mar,
Okay,
Mar. Now you good, brother. You did know. Mar, what do we have to do on defense?
Man, we haven't seen a duo like this in the backfield all year. Matter of fact, the last time we saw a duo like this was a couple of years ago, opening week. Look, I think the Chiefs can do a solid job against David Montgomery. What really scares me about this duo of Sonic and Knuckles is when Jahmyr Gibbs get out the backfield and he's a pass catcher.
Mm-hmm.
That scares the living shit out of me. I ain't not gonna lie. I don't think Drew Tranquil can't cover him. Right? Who? Let me ask you this. See, who do you feel comfortable? I mean, we're the Chiefs fans. I don't know who. I don't feel comfortable with any linebacker right now going against
Jeffrey Bossa. Play him now.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say it because I need some Bossa in my life. All right, because you're gonna need
They ain't gonna play him. They ain't gonna play it. No.
Yeah, but you got to. You need an athletic, speedy linebacker with speed that can cover Jahmyr Gibbs out the backfield. I'm telling you right now, he will take an angle or a flat route to the house if we ain't got the right linebacker on him. He's gone. Drew can't cover him.
No, he can't.
Nick can't cover him.
No, he can't.
I love Leo Chenal. He can't cover him.
No, he can't.
All right.
That is a big matchup nightmare.
It's a matchup nightmare, and that's what's really scaring me is when you mess around and don't have the right personnel to cover a weapon like Jahmyr Gibbs coming out the backfield catching the football. So find a way to cover him coming out the backfield. If we can minimize that, because I think that the run defense has been pretty solid this year. And again, like I said, we haven't seen this type of duo, but once 26 now, what was his number now? 0.
Zero.
Coming out the backfield. Find 0. Find him, and you better have somebody that can stay with him. All right, so that's what I got. That's what I got on defense.
It's like unlike spying Jared Goff because there's no need. It's having to put the spy on Jahmyr Gibbs. And the messed up thing is not only have you not seen a duo like this, we are doing some unique stuff behind the line of scrimmage. And I mean, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown lining up back there. Hell, we were in a wishbone for all of 3 seconds. We ran the Maryland Eye against the Ravens. We're doing some stuff that no one has seen, or you haven't seen it since high school. Mm-hmm. So it's you call those trick plays. I just think it's just what John Morton's doing. I think that he's finding unique ways to get these guys into space, right, and to confuse the defense. Mm-hmm. And whenever you can disguise and confuse, you're winning the game. I mean, that's what football is all about. You need to cause chaos. And that's what our offense does, is they cause chaos, a lot of pre-snap motion. And then Jared Goff has just got to find it, post-snap. He's got to find the right route. He's got to make the right reads, and he is so good at doing that. And I don't even care if he's under pressure. He's one of the better quarterbacks under pressure. It doesn't mean that he's going to run away with his legs. That's not what I'm saying. But he can navigate a pocket good enough where he can get up and he can find the guy, or he gets rid of it. That is the one thing that I would pat Jared Goff on the back right now and say, dude, what you've been doing, getting rid of that football in evading sacks outside of this last game, which is not his fault. He had 1 sack through 4 weeks. That's insane. And it's not just the offensive line. Even though Taylor Decker right now is like a top 10 left tackle in this league this year, which is crazy to me, right? Because he hasn't been there in a long time. That's probably the other key for me is Decker needs to play. I'm a little concerned that he could be out. Manu didn't show me enough, but then again, it's his first game. So going up against Karlaftis is going to be a problem.
No, don't worry about that.
I'll tell you right now, Karlaftis is overrated, bro. Like,
he's falling off this year. He's falling off this year, but you know what? He has his moment.
He has one move. He bull rushes you up the field, and then he tries to hustle back to get the sack. That's what he do. and he sometimes he just falls into a sack. So, but that's the key to this game on defense for us is we got to give Jared Goff off his spot. We got to rush his time clock. That's what we got to do. We got to get him to get happy feet. Because like you said, Will, he's not a running type quarterback. He's a pocket guy. When you get those pocket guys get their clock moving, they get the happy feet. They get their timing is a little off. So we got to get Jared Goff's timing off. So he won't get the ball to J-Mo and Amon St. Brown and all them. And Spags, for the life of me, please do not put Shamari Connor in the slot against J-Mo or Amon St. Brown. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now that he's going to go off for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. If that happens. If Shamari Connor, if you see number 27 on any of your receivers, just go ahead and put the sign up like this.
No, y'all laughing. Y'all
look, don't put the sign up like this. Or get ready for a flag. Get ready for a flag because he's going to grab, he's going to hold because he's going to get burned right off the line. Because
Chris,
Spag,
on that all season.
As much as I love Spag, I think he's great, but he has an infatuation with number 27. It happened last night.
He got blackmailed, bro. Shamari got blackmailed on Spags, bro.
You talking about Connor?
Yes, Shamari Connor. He's not a good cover corner. He's a box safety. That's what he is. He's not a good cover corner. They try to play him in the big nickel, and it goes badly every time. They find number 27, and it's either a touchdown or a first down or a big chunk play or a pass interference or a hope.
Yeah, if that's the case, if that's the case, then you can bet your bottom dollar that John Morton is going to figure out a way to motion to get somebody in front of him.
Now we'll pull him off the field before
this is what I'm hoping Spags will do. Get Noah Williams out there, our rookie, who's been balling the past 3 weeks. Get Noah Williams out there. I'd rather take my chances with the rookie on any. If he get beat, he get beat. But I'd rather have him out there because he's an actual corner. And he's been balling outside of last night because they only played him 4 snaps for whatever reason. They only played him 4 snaps. But play him in this game, and I want to see him. What I would rather have is Noah Williams on the outside, Jalen Watson on the outside, and Trent McDuffie. That's where his bread and butter is in the slot.
Yeah.
That's where he does his damage at.
Yeah.
Is in the slot. That's why he's probably the best nickel corner in the league right now. So that's what I would rather have. But like I said, we have to get pressure on Jared Goff and we have to speed up his clock. That's what we got to do. If we're going to have.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's a couple other things I guess that come to mind. Now, last night, if I remember correctly, Jacksonville went like 65% on third down, like 5 of 10 or 5 of 8, something crazy like that. And then they were like 75% on fourth down. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the history with Kansas City. Again, I didn't get a ton of time to prep. So if that's the case, if those are the numbers for Kansas City and they're allowing, 50 plus, 60 plus % on fourth down and, it's the same on third down, that's where the Lions, that's where they do their damage. Yeah. We're a 4-down team. And so if we can exploit your run defense right now, which is pretty apathetic, I think they're bottom of the league right now with EPA per rush, then that's just going to set the tone for the Lions in that play action pass game that Jared Goff does so well. And if we can run on you,
I think the rushing yard defense is more so quarterbacks because like Trevor Lawrence was getting because ETN didn't do nothing last night. He really didn't crack the game like he's been doing. I think it's more so Trevor Lawrence. I think it's more so in the first week Justin Herbert was killing those with his legs. Mm-hmm. Like it was more so of that as far as the run defense. I think our run defense has actually been solid when it comes to running backs. You know what I'm saying? They get us a couple of times, but nothing where it's like, oh, it's a 50, 60-yard run down the field. Like it's nothing like that. So it's a number that when you look at it on paper, it looks terrible, but that's what the film is for. You got to figure out what it is. And I haven't done I do film study tonight. So okay. All right, Mar. Back on us. What do we have to do on offense?
Hey man, we talked about it numerous times on this show. If they're banged up on that secondary, then that means 2 things need to happen. One, which I'm proud about. Our offensive line has been playing better. You got to continue that. And then it has to be by committee. Damn, I wish it was only a 5-game suspension that they gave. Damn, I wish it was a 5-game suspension, but it was 6. But it's okay. But no, look, as a Chief fan, you got to be super excited, and we've talked about it all season leading up to the season. Tyquan Thornton has stepped up. He's shown his worth. He's balled. All right. Marquise has been doing. Hollywood's been well. I wish he would have turned his head around on that play last night, but that's neither here nor there. Look, he's been making plays majority of the times when the balls came his way. All right, so got to be proud of that. Travis Kelce has been having solid games the last few weeks, so that's always a good sign from the Hall of Famer. Attack. Like my man Will said, if you got to be sharks in the water because you smell the blood, then be the shark. All right. No, damn that. Hey, we got to be the orcas. We got to be the killer whales this week. Damn that. All right. The real predators in the ocean is the orcas, is the killer whales. I need killer whale mentality from them boys on the offense this week. So it's 2 things. Catch the ball when it comes your way, run the right route, find the zone, or beat your man as receivers, and then protect. I think it's that simple.
And to answer your question before, Will, about our tackles, I think actually Juwan has been playing better the last few games. I think the first week, they're gonna get him. You hear number 74, he held or he lined up wrong or something like that. He's got that Lane Johnson type of stance where he gets out early, and they're gonna get him for that every now and then. But for the last few weeks, I think he's played a lot better.
I got a question for you. Are you guys still doing that illegal formation where your tackles are about 6 yards behind the center?
Hey,
it'd be Jawan Taylor.
He's got a bunch of cheaters over there, man.
Yeah, it's Jawan Taylor.
Trying to get a head start on Aiden. They got to get a head start on him.
But I see Lane Johnson do it all the time. So
they didn't call it one time until like the 3rd quarter. They finally called it back 2 years ago, and we went to KC. Man, I was livid watching that happen. Every play in, play out. Like, what are they doing? And then jumping every play, just to get in front of Aiden. But anyway, I'll digress. Anyway.
Well. To be fair, Jawan Taylor must not his checks to the front office must not be as big as Lane Johnson's. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. Maybe his blackmail isn't as deep on the front office as it is in Lane Johnson. I don't know. I can't tell, but. To Chris's point, we've seen Lane Johnson do it for years. He's been doing it his whole career in Philly, if we're really being honest about it. But hey, it's on Jawan to make the adjustments, and he's been playing a lot better the last few weeks for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And Joshua,
quick question for you guys: who would you guys prefer to see run the football more for you guys? Is it Pacheco? Is it the young man Brashard Smith, who I've been hearing so much about, or is it Kareem Hunt?
The numbers didn't show it last night, but I like the healthy rotation that we got. I would like to see Isaiah Pacheco to get a little bit more touches. Like, if we can get 10 for Isaiah, 10 for Kareem, and maybe like 7 or 8 for Brashard Smith in certain packages, I'm fine with that, because Isaiah Pacheco, like I said, the numbers don't show it. The yards per carry does. He had his best game we've seen him all season. Like, he looked like Isaiah Pacheco, running hard, running through the hole, like getting extra tough yards. Like, before then, he wasn't looking like that. He would get hit and he would just go down. It was like, he ain't looking the same. Last night he had that juice that we've been waiting for him, that Isaiah Pacheco we come to love. Like, we know his vision ain't the greatest. He'll run right into an offensive lineman, and that's just how Isaiah Pacheco. We live with that. But when he gets going, that's the Isaiah Pacheco we love. Kareem is Kareem. He's gonna be the short yardage guy. He's not the guy that he used to be back in the day, but he'll get you the tough yards. He'll always stay up. He always turns out these 3-4 yards or whatever. But Brashard Smith, he's more of the receiving back, the guy that's gonna catch the football out the backfield, almost like a Jahmyr Gibbs type. just catch the ball at the back for it, take it 20, 30 yards down the field or whatever. I think that's why they're trying to ease him slowly and surely each game, give him more touches till the end of the season. He'll probably be really acclimated into this offense. But we have to have them do the same thing they did last night to keep this offense honest, because we don't want to be predictable. I don't want to see Mahomes throwing it 40, 50 times down the field. I don't want to see him in shotgun all the time. I want to see them get under center. When they get under center and they run the football, they have way more success. When they try to run that stuff out of shotgun, it doesn't work because we don't have the speed backs to do that. So we need to run out of under center more with Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, because we get better yards per carry when we do that. So, and that opens up the play action pass, which, like you guys said, you're weak at the corners right now. We can probably take advantage of that and use that play action pass if you guys respect the run. If y'all don't respect the run, y'all gonna play 7 corners and 7 DBs in the back, and y'all gonna play zone, and nothing's gonna be open. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we got to take advantage of.
The thing about not respecting the run, I think, for Detroit is we are able to shut the run down with our front four, or front four and Anzalone, or even Jack Campbell sliding, sideline to sideline. So I don't think it's so much about respect for us as I think we're able to do it with less bodies.
It's become a staple. It's become a staple.
Yeah.
Stop the run. Get into those predictable down and distance situations, and then let be either get exotic or let Aiden and some of the other guys work. You know what I mean? Tyreek has done a great job. Him and DJ Reader have done a great job, stopping up the middle. Aiden has done a great job on the end, and then it's been kind of a combination of whoever we throw out there, a little bit of AQM out there on the other side. And again, the linebackers have just been cleaning up anything that gets through. Barnes has done a great job. Campbell has done a great job, and Anzalone's done a great job. So I think the front seven definitely the emphasis, especially on first and second down, to stop the run. Let's get into these predictable down and distance situations, and then pin our ears back.
Yeah. Speaking of Jack, man, you guys are going up against a top 10 linebacker. I mean, right now in his, what is he, third year this year? Second year? Third year.
Third.
He's playing at a real high level, and his coverage still needs a little bit of help, but he's going to be a guy that's going to shut that run game down. Do you guys run more through the tackle or more or outside the tackle? Or I'm sorry, between the tackles or outside the tackles?
Between. That's what type of running backs we got. We don't have an outside guy that can just take it and go.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Inside zone all day, every day.
It's not going to work. If you guys are putting the ball up 40 times in this game, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be 2 picks. Anything over 30 is going to be 1. Anything over 40 is going to be 2.
The only time they normally get the outside run game going is a lot of jet sweeps, stuff like that. Around
they use Worthy in that play.
Yep,
Worthy, Rashard Smith.
Yeah, get the speed out there.
Yep. Get the speed on the outside. That's the only because like C said, when you got Pacheco, who's pretty much a heavy foot bastard, he's running up the middle. Kareem, he's a big body, and he's getting older. He's damn near 30, so he's not having the speed like that. So yeah, man.
So what's going on with Kelsey? You guys did a lot of talking about your run game in that in offensive line. Kelsey at what is he, 36? Do you guys feel like he's starting to regress a little bit? Because I still feel like the Lions need to protect that middle of the field, and might even need to, put a bracket down there over Kelsey, because he just seems to find a damn opening. I don't know how, he just does. He finds it.
He's better than what he was last year. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he lost some weight. You could tell he lost some weight, so he got a little bit of that burst back. But he's not what he used to be. He's nowhere near that guy. But he's better than what he was last year. You could tell he had gained weight. He was just hulking around and just kind of lumbering around or whatever. You hit him, he go down instantly. Like this year, he's at least trying to break some tackles and stuff like that. So I think he's a little bit better this year. And like you said, Will, he's been better in as far as third downs. We've been looking at him more in the middle of the field of the zone, or like Pat will look for him to like move the chains a little bit, get into second and 6, 2nd and 4, something like that, just to make it easier for our running backs. So Yeah, Kelsey's been fine. He's been fine. When we get Rashee Rice back, that's going to be the guy that's going to do a lot of the Kelsey routes that Kelsey used to do.
So what I heard there was Kelsey's not eating as much caviar this year with his girlfriend. I forget her name. Maybe a few less trips this year.
Hey,
Will.
Will.
It's a lot less cornbread and greens. It's a little bit more kale and salad.
Hey. She said yes, so he ain't stressing. She said yes.
We'll see if that ever happens.
All right.
It's all great for publicity, man. Whatever sells tickets, right?
You know what, Jay? Kelsey don't look like no fool to me. I thought he looked like, look like he made a great business decision right there. I ain't mad at him.
Well, that's the biggest question. Like, how much money are they making off this, but without even getting married? That's the question, right? How much are they going to cash in without even getting married?
They're getting married probably next year after he retires. So
yeah. Look, I'm just gonna put it to you this way. Hey, did it help that she was, his lady, and it helped the NFL? I mean, when you bring that coat that follows her.
Oh yeah,
it helped the ratings go up. So we just happen to be the beneficiaries of it. But it is what it is.
So for me, man, Lions, they need to bracket him, in my opinion. Especially with Rashee Rice out, you have Xavier Worthy. Who's the other big time receiver for you guys?
Right now it's Tyquan Thornton. He's pretty much our number 2 right now. Hollywood Brown. He's been getting better as game by game. Another player, he's not what he used to be, but he does do a lot of the inside, middle of the field stuff. Is Juju. Juju is our tough wide receiver. He gonna go over the middle. Yeah. And he ain't scared to go over the middle. He gonna take a hit and he gonna catch the ball. That's what we need Juju to do. So that's what he's good at. So, but yeah, it's gonna take all of them. It's gonna take all of them. And like I said, we got to keep it honest with the running game. If we're not honest with the running game, and Patrick Mahomes has to throw it 40, 50 times, I ain't sitting there saying he's gonna throw 2 interceptions. Wait, hold on now, play it. Like, my man don't just throw picks like that, man. He'll run if he has to.
When Brian Branch is on the field, though, they tend to happen. So
he ain't gonna throw it his way.
40 throws. I think he may get one.
C-Hen. All right. Come on now. Come on. Hey, that guy is no longer with us. That he's gonna get
Kadarius Toney when you got you that touchdown. He ain't here no more.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Who do you think coming into this game this week could be your biggest liability? And who do you think could be or should be or could be your biggest X factor?
Well, I'm glad you said that because that was the next thing. X Factor.
Oh, okay.
X Factor is the game. No, but liabilities, Shamar Khan. I said it before. Shamar Khan. Well, he if he's out there on the field more than 30, 40, and 50 snaps, it could be a long day. If he ain't got no help over the top to help him.
I'm telling you, Spags, if you play that Summer McGunn 100% of the defensive snaps again, I'm in the city, bro. I might not find you, but I know people that can find
you. He didn't mean that.
Don't self-incriminate.
Be threatening the man now.
I didn't threaten that. Did I say anything threatening? I just said find him.
No, you said no. I ain't hear nothing. I don't know
what you're talking about.
What you want to find him for?
Talk to him. That's all. Have a conversation.
Unless you asking for his wife's spaghetti that Chris Jones.
No, I don't want that old. I probably make better spaghetti than that. Never mind. I was about to say something real off the wall.
You don't know
that. No. Trust me. I never mind.
Our X factor would have to be probably Xavier Worthy. Take advantage of that speed.
Okay.
Get Xavier Worthy on Jack Campbell and try to get him to guard him.
Ooh, don't do that. Now come on, don't do that. Don't do that. That sounds like a Connor matchup. Don't do that, man. No, we don't want that. No.
Get Xavier Worthy matched up with Jack Campbell, or get Bashard Smith on Jack Campbell. Get him to guard. Get him out in space.
Hey man, Jack gonna try to knock that boy down wherever he at. We'll take 5 yards.
You probably hit him.
We'll take it.
You probably hit him.
Put him down, Jack.
But the X factor on defense is Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones.
That's the main horse, though. How are you the X factor? He the main horse
because he ain't showed up to be that. He ain't showed up to be the main horse right now. And I need him to show up.
Accountability check. They say where you at, Chris.
He
where you at?
Still on the goal line, man. He likes to just kind of stand there and watch what's happening.
Yeah. He tapped the defensive line here.
What
he thought he was down. He thought he was down, man. He thought it was over with.
Man, you don't stop until that whistle pops, right?
Soon as the play went, he tapped the dude and just stood there like,
yep.
Dang.
Y'all got him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. That's down.
Yeah, no,
you're talking about Xavier Worthy being your X factor on offense, and it was Chris Jones on defense.
Yeah,
I'm looking at a couple of the stats, some matchups here in next gen, and I'll just kick these out real quick. It just says the Lions on offense, passing versus play action. Lions have the edge versus your defense, and you guys have the big time advantage over our intermediate passing right now. But Lions control the next three: rushing versus the stack box, designed runs. We've got the advantages in all of that, and the intermediate passing. Excuse me. You have the advantage in the deep passing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't know about that. Flip it the other way around. Kansas City's offense.
Not this year, Attila.
You have the advantage in rushing under the center, like you said earlier, long passing and rushing in the red zone. Lions have the advantage in short passing and quick passing against Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if next gen is right, but they get pretty close.
Real quick. All right, Attila, look, I get it. You like to jump on a narrative that just gets thrown out there. Unless you watch Chiefs games for an actual whole season, you will understand they would never get favored for calls. So I every time that take comes up, I absolutely it bothers me because watch the games, all right? And I watch football. Yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I watch football. Referees suck. Refereeing in the NFL has been bad across the board. So it's like I hate this whole narrative. Chiefs get the gun. Did you see the game last night? There was some calls that Jaguars were getting to. All right. So come on, man. If we're gonna talk football, let's talk football. But let's quit with the bullshit narratives that just gets the clicks. All right. I'm over that shit, bro. I'm over that. But my X factors on offense, give me more Brashad Smith.
Okay.
Right. As much as if I'm worried about Jahmyr Gibbs and his receiving abilities, let's exploit the great receiving abilities that Brashad Smith has, who's a converted wide receiver, now running back. Use him. All right. He especially Andy Reid, he could probably do the similar things to Brian Westbrook, who you love. That was an all-pro for you. That was a Pro Bowler. Let's use him in that manner. All right. And then on defense, no
more. We didn't waste our time watching that mess.
No, to me, the X factor is Spags. What are you going to do with your play calling? Like Chris said, I bet not see Shamari Conner with 100% of the defensive snaps. I bet not see it. If you see that, the same problem we've been having with the Chiefs, and we've been talking about it damn near every episode, they can't get home with 4. Don't wait till the fourth quarter to want to run the blitz. So I'm looking at Spags as the X factor. What game plan is he going to be on? What planet is he going to be on? I hope he's in Kansas City on Sunday. Mind-wise, I hope he's in Kansas City. So that's what I got.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I had to break down some of ours real quick, I'm gonna jump on what Will said earlier. I think that Giovanni Manu at that tackle spot is probably our biggest liability. And maybe Will, you can talk to me a little bit about what happened to Dan Skipper. We still on the team, right? He got leapfrogged by Manu at that backup tackle, that swing tackle spot. So
yeah, he did, man. I thought that Skip, I thought he looked really rigid in camp, and I wasn't surprised that he didn't make the roster. I called that he was gonna that he wasn't going to make the roster. Let's just put it that way. And then he just disappeared, man. I don't know what happened, if he was just, pissed off or what, but he apparently had some sort of a lower leg injury, ankle injury, something. Okay. So he's disappeared for 3 weeks. Okay. And I guess now he's back. I guess he's healthy now. I mean, that was the report that I read yesterday. So I don't know if anything's changed. But it sounds like he's back and he's good. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, Giovanni, man, it's Manu's time.
Yeah,
he's got the size, he's got the length, he has the youth. He needs it up here, and he needs the time. He needs the time on the field. But yeah, that's a big what if in this game, if it's Decker or Manu.
And if I had to go to X factors, I'm gonna go with whoever's playing corner for us. So Rockeson and Amik Robertson, and probably a little bit of Avonte Maddox, a little bit in there. Those guys, seasoned veterans. I like to, those guys definitely have seen a lot of football. But how much they have left in the tank, and again, going against a great quarterback like Patrick Mahomes and a great offensive mind like Andy Reid, this is going to be a real challenge for those guys. But if we can get a couple plays made, it could be nice. It'd be nice for us.
For sure.
All right. Well, if I'm going to do X factors for me, so earlier I was asking about Chiefs defense against tight ends for a reason. I was trying to pull some stats down before we jumped in, and what I'd come up with, which I have to vet, is that the Chiefs have given up 300 yards and 3 TDs to tight ends this year, which is a ton through week 5. So you better believe that Sam Laporta is my X factor in this game. And once I dive into the film tonight, if I can confirm this, just like last game, I said was going to be Sam Laporta's breakout game this year, and he had his best game of the season so far. This will be a big game for Sam Laporta. It could be a double touchdown. It could be 2 touchdown game for Sam Laporta, especially near the red zone. It'd be interesting to see what I find in tape tonight. And then the Kansas City run defense. I know you kind of made sense of it, that this is more so against quarterbacks that it seems like Kansas City's given up a lot of yards. Again, I gotta watch the film, but if that 29th, in EPA per rush is true, Jahmyr Gibbs, good luck stopping that dude. You get him on the outside and he's gone. So all it takes is a couple of touches. I mean, between him and Jameson, they're just one touch away from the end zone, and I don't care where they are on the field. That's fun to watch these guys work. But really, man, one of the bigger X factors in this game is going to be the Lions' offensive line. It's without a doubt, this is the engine of the entire offense. Without this offensive line working in cohesion and having a good game, Chris Jones is going to wreck shit, man. He's just going to wreck it. He's going to wreck the whole damn game. So we can't allow that to happen. Pass rush has to be disciplined in this game against Patrick Mahomes. If you ever listen to me on my show, I talk about Aiden a lot, not because I hate the dude, because I expect a lot from him. And discipline is the key on defense. If you can't stay disciplined, guys like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels are gonna hurt you. And if you do stay disciplined, you see like what we did against Lamar Jackson. That was disciplined football. That was the best disciplined football I've seen out of Detroit in a long time. And that's just what they have to show up. Whatever we did, which is spy a little bit, finally did it after all these years of crying for it. Calvin Shepard said that Justin Rogers finally got to him, and he finally did some spy. And it worked, man. You're going to have to do the same thing against Patrick Mahomes. So.
For sure. All right, fellas, let's get a little score prediction going on. What y'all got?
Ooh. Go ahead, Will.
Man, hold on here. Hold on. I gotta look at something real quick, because what is your points for and against? Do you know?
No, I don't.
I think that this is a game the Lions are going to do what they normally do. We've been averaging 41 points or so the last 4 games. This is going to be a game that we're probably going to do the same thing. No less than 34, as long as we're able to do what we do. No less than 34, which means the offensive line has to be clicking. The run game has to be working. Jared Goff has to be able to stay on his spot, and these receivers have to find their landmarks. And if we can do that, then I see the Lions. I see the Lions putting up some points. So far, what I'm looking at for the Chiefs, points for 125 on the season, points against 107. And you guys have played, 5 games? So you're only letting up about 27 points per game, 26 points per game. Yeah, Lions are going to put up 40. Lions are going to put up 40.
We'll feel good. We'll feel good. Talk to him, Will.
Lions going to put up 40. I'm going to say the Chiefs are probably going to put up a cool 27, and that'll be a wrap. I'm going 40-27 Lions.
Wow. Ooh.
Hey, look, we like KC. It's our home away from home. And
it's our home away from home. Okay.
We're gonna show up and we're gonna be ready, man.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, Will, I like the way you talking. I like your Detroit swag. I'm gonna be a little more humble. I'm gonna be a little bit more objective with it. But I will say this: I think it's a wonderful game. Again, a lot of Detroiters are gonna be in the area. We call them the Detroit takeover. You guys going to have a raucous. And when we get together, man, it's always a fun time. I think that both of these teams have offensive, a lot of offensive firepower, and I think both teams have some deficiencies on defense that are going to make this kind of a high scoring game. But I'm going to go 27-23. I'm going to go 27-23 for the Lions in this game. I think that, the offenses are going to have the ball. And as much as I would love to say we put 40 up on them, I just don't think there's enough time in the clock. So you got 40 points and 27 points. That's a lot of possessions. That's a lot of points being scored. So I think that we're going to shorten up the game. They're going to try to shorten up the game, try to keep us off the field. I think that when we get the ball, we're definitely going to try to run the football. And I think that this won't be enough time to put up that many points. But I got us 27-23, and I definitely got us a Pat Mahomes pick in this game, and an Aiden Hutchinson forced fumble. I don't know if it's going to be on Mahomes or somebody else, but he's going to make his presence felt in this game. 2 impact plays for Aiden, at least sack and a forced fumble for him.
So I'll recap the reason why I'm going with a score pretty high in this game is I kind of see this boat race where our defense may be giving up some quick plays, right? Some quick touchdowns. And I see the same on the other side. I think it slows down. I think the opening to this game is going to be wild. I think it's going to be lightning quick, and there's going to be some scoring, some fireworks going real quick, and then I think it's going to slow down. I think both teams are going to slow down a little bit, figure each other out, but I think they're both going to put some blood in the water. And yeah, to your point, I don't know about Aiden's matchup yet. I haven't studied the film, and I do put out my finals of the week. It'll be out on Saturday. So I put out my keys to the game on Saturday, and then I'll put out my article on Saturday at the same time to kind of recap what I've seen throughout the week in film study. So it is 40-27. It could change. It all just depends on what I see and what these injuries are, man. It definitely changes if Decker's not in the game. It changes a lot if he's not in the game. I just don't have the confidence that Manu's going to be able to do what Decker can do, especially. I know you guys don't have a lot of faith in Karlaftis, but I studied and evaluated him when he was coming into the league, and I really loved what he did. And I thought he had. It wouldn't surprise me
if Manu was possibly replaced in this game if it gets out.
We
got golf the franchise. You know what I'm saying? And this guy is a little bit young. He's a little bit raw. I was so upset when we drafted him in the 3rd round. I wanted Jaden Hicks. I know you guys got him like 2 or 3 rounds later, but I wanted that guy instead of Manu and Sion Vaki. But with that being said, we can't put the franchise on the line. Last week's game was not up to the standard, man. So hopefully he's better this week. Hopefully Decker, I don't know how long Decker's going to be out. Maybe he can give it a go this week. But if he's not, it wouldn't surprise me if he's having a rough go if they go with Skipper, if he's healthy.
Yeah. Well, they're going to bring Vaki, or they're going to bring Cochran up again, or he should be on the roster, I think.
Okay.
Cochran.
I don't have enough tape on him to kind of assess him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, man. But I like your point there that if Manu's having a rough time, you know what they didn't do with Manu? So to give Manu a little bit of credit, they didn't give him any help. They put him on an island against Trey Hendrickson and said, go win, man. They put him on an island and said, just sink or swim. You got
Kingsley,
options, and he sunk. like a rock.
Yeah.
And then he kind of straightened up a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we had to deal with that last year to our young tackle anyway. Just look at Jahmyr Gibbs and for me, I don't think we got the guy in the. Well, we do got the guy in the building. They like Chris said, they're not gonna play him. That scares me.
I think they play him this game though.
Yeah, but is he gonna have enough reps to try to guard Jahmyr Gibbs?
I'd rather have. Well, you're right. Never mind.
No,
You're right. Never mind.
Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, y'all gonna hate me for this, and I don't care. I jump in my DMs if you want to. I clap back. 31-28 Lions. That Jahmyr Gibbs matchup scares the living shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
So who's it that you think that Gibbs is just gonna light up?
No. We don't. I don't think we got the guy to get, or he hasn't even had the snaps to even. They haven't been playing him. Jeffrey Bossa, a rookie. He was a converted safety. That was a linebacker at Oregon. He has excellent speed to cover. Types like Jahmyr Gibbs coming out the backfield, but they haven't been playing him. So, that's one hell of a hey, welcome to the NFL. Yeah, go cover Jahmyr Gibbs.
Man, hey man, throw him out there this week and see what he got. Man, hey man, no better week than this week. Throw him out there, baby.
Nah.
Sink or swim, baby. What we gonna do? Stand up there. What you gonna do, baby?
I feel you. I just wish they come on, give my man the reps to work up to Jahmyr Gibbs. Just on, hey, Jahmyr Gibbs, So yeah, 31-28 Lions.
I'm surprised you guys haven't mentioned Nick Bolton at all.
He's a run stopper. He's
not a cover linebacker.
I mean,
I don't want to see Nick Bolton trying to cover Jahmyr Gibbs.
No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, in the run game, Nick Bolton, he gave us fits the last time that we played.
No, he's when he gets the rushing lanes and he reads it right, he's one of the best. I love Nick Bolton. We love Nick Bolton. It's split down the middle when it comes to Nick Bolton, Chiefs game.
You just know you hate him. He's in coverage. There's more times than not, it's not in the Chiefs' favor if he's in coverage. That's what we know.
Yeah, for sure. So last night after the game, I was pissed off, and I told Mar that I was going to pick the Chiefs to win this game. I've calmed down a little bit, and look, I get y'all confidence. Y'all been playing good since the Packers game. Y'all been the best team in this league. I'm not going to make no trepidations about this, but I'm taking my money on Patrick Mahomes. This is going to be over my goddamn dead body game. We not taking another goddamn L like that again. F this. If I gotta drag this team to the goddamn end zone, I am. And that's what in front of the home crowd, y'all not about to come in my house and put your feet up on my countertop and take your socks off and all that stuff. Nah.
Drink my Kool-Aid.
I got the Chiefs winning 35-31.
Shootout.
I like the tight games, but I got to be honest with you. When we come into the house, we ain't taking the shoes off, and the mud's coming with it.
Be sure to throw them things in the trash can.
Oh man!
No. I look, fellas. Will and C. We'll be honest with y'all. Me, Chris, and a couple other fellas. We got a single chat all year. We said, man, we can't play like this against Detroit after week 1 and what we've been seeing with the Lions. We're doing, hey man, we can't do this. And that's why I said it early in the show. I don't know if you guys were here for it. That's why I was more disappointed in that loss last night, because I know what's coming the week after, and you need to be.
But the thing about last night's game is I don't expect the Chiefs to do bad, undisciplined stuff like they did last night.
Well, they can't.
That's ultimately what lost us the game. Bad special teams. You cannot put us in bad, down in distance, and then the damn near, in our own end zone, trying to move down the field. Now we did it, but still. Putting the offense in bad space and on the field, Harrison Buckner when on the before the last drive, you kick it out of bounds and give Jacksonville to the 40. Like you can't do stuff like that, and you definitely can't do that for the Lions. Or Will is going to be right. They're going to put 42 on us.
Yeah.
So you can't do stuff like that. You can't be undisciplined, and I just don't expect the Chiefs to be undisciplined like they was last night. We let that slip. And we gave Jaguars too many times to beat us, and they capitalized. They did. So,
did you guys come out of the game injury free? Because I didn't. I watched it, but I didn't see any of the injury comments.
No, we were injury free.
You're good.
We were injury free. Yeah, we were injury free.
We don't want any asterisks in this game, right?
Well, I mean,
we have plenty, but yeah, you know, I've been waiting a long time.
As long as it comes with a full slab, I'll take it. I'll take an asterisk. It's okay. Pack it up with the ribs. We'll take it on back to the city.
Being a Lions fan, it means a lot to hear you guys say that. Like, you know, giving Lions some freaking credit for once, because nobody else is.
Will, you got to understand where we're at in our fandom. We've been y'all. We were y'all. All right. It wasn't until 2013 till Andy stepped in the building. And it wasn't until Alex Smith set the foundation. Now Mahomes has elevated it, but trust, we were y'all.
Now wait a minute.
10 years ago.
Now listen, I've been around a long time. Now y'all have Marty. Y'all was losing in the playoffs. We was losing every game. 0-16. You see what I'm talking about?
Okay. We may not.
Ain't too many people talk
but
about
those
that.
Playoffs were few and far between.
Hey, those playoffs were few and far between.
You call your playoffs few and far between?
Yeah. At least you didn't have the heartache. At least you didn't have a heartache in the playoffs.
Hey, okay, Sam, you got
Wayne Fontes made the playoffs about 3 or 4 times out of 8 years, and that was like the best era of our football in your life.
Hey, trust. I'm just trying to make the point that it ain't always been rainbows and sunshine over here in KC. All right, before Patrick, before Andy and Alex in 2013, we had scarcity when it came to the playoffs. And if we did, like 93, Joe Montana got knocked out, and there goes our playoff hopes. And the Bills go on to another Super Bowl just to choke again.
Rest in peace to Marty Schottenheimer. Rest in peace to Marty Schottenheimer. Rich Gannon gets us all the way to the playoffs and then decides, hey, Elvis Gorback, you're the starter. Come back in.
Yeah, because we paying you.
Yeah. To your point, though, I just looked it up. If this is right, they call it the struggles. 1990s to 2010, after the Super Bowl win in 92, you guys saw the playoffs in 92 and 2014 twice.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't even think we saw the playoffs at all during that time either. So we saw it like twice in 30 years.
Yeah.
So my overall point is we can relate. All right. We can relate to y'all. All right. And that's why I think there's so much mutual respect between our two fan bases, is because we seen how y'all have to struggle for so many years, but we see y'all on not only a come up, but y'all are almost at that point where we're just waiting for you guys to get the Lombardi. That's all. So
we just need to get that one, man. And when one team falls, another team rises. It seems like I think that the Lions are building it right for once. And a lot of the fan base, just set the air clear. A lot of the fan base is so upset with not spending big money and having to get somebody on the opposite of Aiden. And it's like, if you do that kind of stuff, you're not going to have a team for the next 4 or 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. If you don't win after you do that, forget it. Because if you just pull the Parsons, right, the Packers, if they don't win, that is going to be the dumbest move in Packers history. But both of those guys are trying to save their butts. Gutekunst and LaFleur. That's what they're trying to do. That was a last-ditch effort. And they think that they're good enough to win this year. That's going to blow up in their face.
All right, well, they end up in the Super Bowl. You watching it? You watching the Super Bowl? No, I'm just playing. All right, fellas, man. We appreciate y'all coming on the show, man. Talking ball with us, man. Like Mar said, it's all love and respect. We ain't got no ill will towards y'all.
Likewise.
I just hope it's a good game at the end of the day. I don't want no blowouts. I want a good game, man. So hopefully we leave it all on the field, and wherever y'all go, good luck on the rest of the season. Hopefully we see y'all in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm hoping for.
I can feel that, man. We'll see you there, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
all right, y'all. Take care, man. Appreciate
tell everybody where y'all find y'all at and all that good stuff.
Rocked On Detroit Lions on YouTube primarily, and soon to be joining the Believe Network, launching the audio podcast here soon. But you can find me at Rocked On Detroit Lions.
Nice, no doubt. See him when they can find you at, bro.
Definitely can find me on Twitter at CHEN313, and definitely can find me on the Enters the Lab podcast on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's on YouTube and on X Live, so definitely tune in.
That's what's up. Hey, appreciate y'all, fellas.
Yeah.
All right, man. Y'all take care. Thank you.
Respect. Have a good game. Good luck. Week 6.
All right. We'll see you.
Week 7. Have a good one, man.
See you. Damn, I can't wait for Rashee Rice to come back.
I wish it was this week, dog.
Oh, man. To go up against a beat-up secondary, I would have loved for Rashee Rice to be back right now. But, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Yeah. But, hey, man, look. I know everybody's down right now. I was down, too. But let's just, let's forget about last night. And let's move on to Sunday night. And if they win, we back up, baby. We back up. Everybody, morale is good again. We get to face the Raiders, so the morale is going to be up for that game. What is she, Rice coming back?
Morale's up for that.
I want us to put 55 on them.
70.
We better get by 3 picks off of Geno the way he playing.
Hey, looking like Black Santa. He emptying the bag.
And if it's Kenny Pickett, it's gonna be worse. So,
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, my morale about the team is not down. I was just irritated that y'all played messy last night and lost that game. Hey, but if there's, like you said, silver lining, I think the offense kind of still continue to show that, hey, we're getting healthier and we can still move the football and put up points. So it's last night was just a mess. It was a mess. Yeah, it was messy. It was just messy. And
undisciplined football that bad football teams make.
Yeah.
You don't expect the Chiefs to make, and we gotta get out our own way.
Yeah,
you got to beat teams like Jacksonville. You're the better team in Jacksonville. At the end of the day, you're better than Jacksonville. You should have won that game.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why we should have lost that game last night. Jacksonville was giving us every opportunity to win that game. They didn't want to win that game.
Man, we don't want to win this. Y'all sure? We don't want to win this.
And it was just, I don't know. The game plan, sometimes the game plan is just like, what are y'all doing out there, man?
Yeah.
But I'm encouraged offensively. Offensively, we are light years better than what we were last year.
Oh, we're not having the same conversation and discourse around the offense at all, like we were last year.
Offensive line looked the best it's been these past few weeks. And I expect it to look good this weekend too, because I respect the Lions defensive line. Aiden Hutchins is one of the better defensive linemen in this league, but still, you know what I'm saying? If we can get a hat on him, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if we could take advantage of the secondary, the losses of the secondary, then I think we have a good chance. I can see Tyquan Thornton have a pretty solid game again. I can see Xavier Worthy. Hopefully, that ankle heals up a little bit more. And he can go out there and make some, even though he looked like he was fine outside of that one time when he got landed on and looked like he messed with him a little bit, but he looked like he was fine after that. So I think he'll be all right. Just a real quick recap of week 5. Did you watch that Titans and Cardinals game?
Hey man, I know you said you was done with Kyler Murray. I'm okay. I'm gonna let you have that one. I just need to speak on this. I know Gannon apologized, but can we have the conversation? Had that been reversed, had a player put their hands on a coach in that manner, we'd be having a whole national different conversation about it. And I know he apologized, but come on, bro. I know you mad that DeMarquito dropped the ball before crossing. I get that. But keep your hands off of other grown men, bro. What are we doing? That kind of bothered me, but because I already know the conversation had DeMarquito had put his hands on Gannon. We having a whole total ESPN FS1 would have had a whole different conversation about it. Oh, you can't put your hands on the coach? Nah, man, damn that. Hey, man, Gannon lucky he caught the right one because I know a lot of players. Man. Anyway, Titans won on some really crazy. I'm glad they finally got off the snide. But that says more about the Cardinals that you let that happen.
Yeah. The Cardinals lost that game. Let's just be real. The Cardinals lost that game. It says that game was horrible. Hey, shout out to the Titans. You got your first win, but you didn't deserve it. You didn't. DeMarquito, I'm so sick of these players. What is this thing about letting the ball go before you get in the end zone? What is that? Like that doesn't make you look cool.
No.
It doesn't make you look like, oh, I'm smooth with it. No, bro, it makes you look stupid.
Makes you look goofy. Yeah.
Why are you letting the ball go before you get in the end zone? What are we doing?
I don't know. That's crazy.
So no, and then Cam Ward steps back, throws a pick, a tip ball. It was a tip ball. It gets intercepted. They fumble the football. It rolls in the end zone, and Tyler Lockett lands on it. And when that happened, I said Titans gonna win this game. Titans gonna win this game. I don't know if there's any Buffalo Bill fans sitting up in here, just kind of spying around. But I got a message for y'all, Buffalo. Y'all better win it this year because I'm telling you right now, one more offseason with New England, and they get some ballers over there.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem.
That division ain't going to be a wrap like it always is. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, bro, New England went in there and played like they wasn't scared of y'all.
Exactly. You know why? Because Stephon Diggs is on that sideline.
Hype him up.
We got this.
Yeah.
We got this. You need leaders like that. He knows that team over there.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how they built. And I'm going to tell you right now, Buffalo, this offense that y'all have with this Josh Allen go make a play offense is not going to get you a Super Bowl. If you do not get James Cook going, he is the key in the cog to your offense.
Yeah.
When he has at least 15 to 20 carries and like at least 100 yards or close to it, a couple touchdowns, that's when y'all win.
Yep.
That's what makes Josh Allen's job easier. When he has to drop back 30, 40 times, I guarantee you he throws an interception. And it's always a costly interception too.
Yeah, he had some bad turnovers in that game.
And look, they were both fumbling all in the first half.
Yeah, that was a mess.
and Vrabel, I get it. My man don't know how to pass protect. But can you get Trayvon?
Well, they kind of have to now because Gibson's gone.
I know, but I'm just saying he could be stubborn and probably get some other veteran in there. And
yeah,
Vrabel can be stubborn a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
that would kind of cost him a job in Tennessee.
He be a little stubborn. In Philly.
Finally got that.
Look, man. Yeah, I got to find an identity over there. You know why last year? Because last year they was having these problems. Last year, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and all them was complaining about I ain't getting my touches. But you know the difference between last year and this year? Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was having a historic year last year. He was balling out of his mind, so it didn't matter.
Not this year.
He's not doing that because you know why? They doing what they did with the Giants. Stacking 8 in the box.
Let's go.
And let's go. Let's see if Jalen Hurts' arm can beat us. and that offense is so pedestrian and so basic that they keep losing coordinators. Hello, Indy finally got a true quarterback. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It look good now.
Look, I'm just gonna say that Daniel Jones is playing Shane Steichen's offense to perfection right now.
Yes. I'm giving Daniel Jones all the credit.
Yes. But you know,
I just want to see what it looks like when in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I want to see if, when stuff gets a little tighter, high pressure situation, can Daniel Jones and the running game ain't working, and Taylor ain't running the ball as good, and stuff ain't working, and
they gonna do the same thing to him like they doing to Saquon. They gonna put 8 in the box.
And Daniel Jones, hey man, we need a play, dog.
Can you make it?
So that's all my own question about Daniel Jones. I think he's playing good, playing really good. I like the Colts this year. I just don't like when we play them this year. So
yeah, we got them this year, so we'll see what we can do with them. So
you better not lose to them, dog. I don't want to hear C lose now.
You don't want to what?
Hear C lose now.
I know. I had him on my show. I said, "Bro, if y'all mess around and beat us, bad." But this was way before we saw what they were going to do this year. This was like off season. So, I didn't see Sam Darnold. I didn't have it in my bingo card. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield having a shootout like that. And that was crazy.
Yeah, I know that Seattle was missing a lot of defensive players though too. So, but Seattle, hey, I know they lost, and I know Sam Darnold threw a pick. It bounced off the helmet of the player, and it bounced in the air. So, but hey, man, y'all gotta watch out for Seattle.
Yeah,
you gotta watch out for them.
Yeah,
they got a good team over there, and Baker Mayfield, he's having an MVP type season. Amika Abuke, we might have to pick.
Yeah,
we might have to just get that offensive rookie of the year trophy. Go and give it to him. Give it to him.
Ain't nobody else gonna do what he doing. Somebody's gonna have to have a crazy 12-game stretch to top what he's been doing.
Genty's gonna have to throw around for 175 yards. That ain't happening. It ain't. Murray Hampton's out for 4 weeks. Marvin Harrison got to deal with Kyler Murray's mess. What, man? You know I'm telling the truth, man. You know I'm telling the truth.
He had a couple of boneheaded gifts.
The ball hit him in his face, and he had a concussion damn near yesterday or Sunday because he's small, man. Oh, and Mar. We back up, baby. The Panthers is back up, baby. My wild card pick.
How did I know you was gonna do that?
Well, I think Kyler Murray had segued to Bryce Young because they're both small, so they got the W, baby. What?
Man, I ain't gonna sit here and let you gas up beating the Dolphins, man. We ain't doing that, dog. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm just playing. I know they ain't gonna make the play. My Jaguars pick is looking good though.
No, that one's looking a lot more.
The Jaguars pick is looking good though.
Yeah, that one's looking better than your Panthers one. That's definitely looking a lot better for sure. Hey,
oh man. So yeah, Bengals suck. That's good.
Hey man, that's crazy. Like, you really go trade for
Joe Flacco, a statue,
as if that's got to make your offense better. Like, he can't play left tackle.
Whatever. They're gonna have the same problems.
Oh man, and Joe, he wasn't playing anyway. Yeah,
he been lighting it up with the Cleveland Browns either. Like that's why they got Dylan Gabriel in there, and Shador probably gonna be playing in 3 weeks. So
yeah, Shador be playing soon.
But yeah, man, it's been a crazy 5 weeks. Been a crazy 5 weeks. I still don't believe in Denver. Yeah, Chargers are falling apart. The Raiders suck.
Yeah, I'm still.
We don't talk about falling apart. The Ravens, Lord Jesus, man, have some dignity over there, people.
Man, he said he has some dignity, dog.
They're getting your doors blown off.
At the crib. Hey, and that was a Texans offense that have been like cold. I'm talking about colder than the polar bear's nutsack cold, and they heated up crazy on Baltimore, bro.
Just come on, have some dignity.
And I get it. There's injuries, but when I see teams like San Francisco at 4-1, hella injuries too, and they still managing to make shit happen. Like, come on, bro.
That's why I asked the question.
I heard you about Harbaugh.
No, not Harbaugh.
Oh,
it's Mac Jones QB1.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Purdy been turning the ball over this year. He been getting lucky on a few plays. They shouldn't have beat Seattle. I tell you that much.
They. Hey man, that's what happens when you got a little MacGyver team, man. Some things kind of fall your way when you getting held together by duct tape and gorilla.
How many points you think the Rams gonna put on the Ravens this week?
Well, I'd be disappointed if they don't put up 35.
Yeah, because the Lions put 38, we put 37, Texans put 44. Yeah, they got at least put 35.
Yeah, like come on, man.
Caleb Williams might have a day against the Ravens.
Hey.
Dolphins. I don't know about the Dolphins.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Because I felt that you was about to say something crazy as hell, dog.
I mean, the Dolphins been putting up points these last few weeks. Don't do that.
Okay, to be fair, and I said this before the Tyreek injury. I said they got to explore that Jalen Waddle and Tua connection because they obviously got the connection. Is him and Tyreek were never on the same page this year.
I'm just saying they
was never on the same page this year.
And they do got some defense. There's some couple of guys on the defensive line. I wouldn't mind Veach giving Dolphins a call. Hey man, go get Bradley Chubbs, dog.
Nah, they ain't gonna get.
Or go get Jalen Phillips. Either or.
Nah, I don't want Jalen Phillips. He's coming. I know he's playing well, but he's coming off a serious injury.
Hey, Mar, look, they just can't be choosers, though.
I hear you.
So is Bradley Chubbs, but you see they balling. Bradley Chubbs got 5 sacks. I think 4 or 5 sacks already. Come on,
touche. Fair point.
He'd be leading the team in sacks right now.
Fair point.
We need pass rushers. Now, Spags gonna play him. That's the whole thing.
That's another. Hey, how that ink didn't dry on that Karlaftis contract yet, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Damn.
We got him at least 3 more years.
No.
I'm so sick of him.
What you feel about? I know we talked about it before, but are you still feeling the same way about Christian Wilkinson bringing him in?
Hell yeah! If his foot is healthy, bring him in.
Okay.
Just keep that freaky shit on the other side, dog.
Hey.
Chris Jones, run for your life, man.
Hey.
Chris Jones, run for your life, man. But yeah, keep that freaky shit somewhere else. We don't do that in this locker room.
Hey.
Because you know Chris Jones, he tried to get him. He tried.
Oh man, stop. Hey, end the show, bro, because we about to cut up.
Hey man, we gotta get some laughs in, man, after last night, dog. If you look at the screen, you'll see the QR code on BetUS website. Click on it. First time users only. Put the promo code JOIN125. You get a 125% sign-in bonus. There's 3 risk-free bets on $100 up to $5,000 on your first 3 deposits. So if Mar wants to sign up and put $100 on his first 3 deposits and he loses, guess what, Mar?
Hey, I don't lose my money, do I?
No, you don't. Rather, you keep your money. So you can win money on the first 3 deposits. You can deposit some money or at least $100 and you can lose and keep your money. But after them first 3 deposits, you're losing. It's on you.
Yeah,
it's on you. It's on you. Don't. Hey, Chris said no. I said first 3 deposits. Me and Mar said first 3 deposits.
Tree.
So go over there, sign up, and tell them Arrowhead Chief Podcast sent you.
Mm.
And hey, the Red Friday shirts, man. Go get you one. You can scan that QR code right there, or you can go on our any of our social media and go to our Printify shop and go there and get your Red Friday shirt. They $25 plus shipping.
Mm.
So show your support for the podcast and get your shirt, get you fresh for Red Friday. You know what I'm saying? Whatever streaming platform you use to listen to your podcast, we're available on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio. Whatever you use to listen to your podcast, we are there. Also, first time watchers on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification button. So when we go live at 5:30 Central Standard Time on Tuesdays, you can jump in the live. We had a lot of activity in the live stream. Shout out to all those Lions fans that came over here and talk they junk. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? All healthy fun, competition. But y'all came over here and spoke y'all piece. And Mark, shout out to Mark for jumping up in here, giving his piece too. But yeah, come over here, give your opinion. If you disagree or agree with us, we'll accept you. Just talk to us nice, man. Don't come over here talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, subscribe to the channel. And whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, whatever you use, Facebook, whatever you use, we're available at AH Chief Podcast. We're regular in our Hollywood over here. Joe, you are fired today. You better been coaching some basketball team today. A football team.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I ain't seen him in here at all.
Probably junk off that Johnny Walker. That's what probably is. Replaying clips of never mind. Go ahead and follow us. If you have critiques or feedbacks, or if you have a question or a topic that's Chief related or NFL related, and we like said topic or question, we'll bring it up. We'll shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mention. All right, Chief Keenum. Until next Tuesday. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Hopefully, we are returning with a victory on Tuesday. Because if not, you might see me with a big bottle of liquor right here. So, you know what I'm saying? But then again, we celebrating Rashee Rice's return, too. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And it's Raiders week next week. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What better way to get us right?
Yeah. Always.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you feeling. That's how you feeling.
Yeah. We ain't Hollywood. We Hollywood.
So, until next week, we out.
Go Chiefs. This man said he probably playing.